else now. It ain't me. It ain't me. I ain't no Saturday sun. No, no. Let's go. Do, 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 do. Let's go. We're back. That's nice. Do, do, do. Let's go. Toast Malone and Wade will come in. We're back. Let's get this popping. Thank you for the follow, Dresky. Let's go. Let's get this going. Reset the live. Let's have everyone pour back in and do this. It's gonna be fun. Both. All of the above, T-Pop. 3K. All of it. All of it. Literally all of it. Every single one of them. When I say all, I mean 100% of them. Not 99.9. Not there's an exception. No, all of them. Every single one. 100%. What do I sell? Golf. Do you sell a course of golf? No, you don't. I have a great course. I'm sure you do. Never. Joey. Joey. Hey Joey, how are you?
Hey, I can't complain, man.
Good.
So I just
Yeah.
want to talk about what are some what are your favorite strategies? I would recommend going short on VCX.
I'm not familiar with VCX.
So it's a new holding company that came out,
Yeah.
and all it does is it holds private shares in all the hot AI tech startups. And right now it's
Oh.
trading at a six-fold to net asset value on the public markets, and it's
Yeah.
down 80%.
Yeah, that would seem like an easy short. So like all that AI stuff is it's not worth what it's priced in at.
No, no, it's even worse. So we
Yeah.
know the value of private AI shares because there's a secondary market where people are trading it.
Yeah.
On top of the private valuation, which you can dispute yourself, they're trading
Yeah.
at 5 times what the private market's paying in the public market.
Uh. Okay, then yeah, that just seems like basically free money. Yeah.
Yeah.
That actually seems like that would be free money. Yeah.
So I just
Don't
want to
do
let
this,
you.
guys. It's not financial advice, but there are things out there that I was wrong in my last post. Maybe free money does exist.
at
Don't
one
don't do this, but yeah.
at one point, it was trading at 40 times net asset
Oh
value,
my god.
and it's lost 80%, and it still has
Yep.
more room to go. And you know,
Do you think it'll hit zero, or you're not sure?
fuck no. I'm
Okay,
actually an
okay.
IPO investor.
Uh-huh.
So
It's nice.
I got my shares at 16, and
Mhm.
right now it's trading at 120. So
Oh, nice.
yeah, but it hit 700 at one point.
That you didn't cash any? I don't know. I don't know what you're allowed to do. I guess the rules for you would be different as an
6 month
investor, right?
restriction as a
Yeah.
early investor, but that
Okay.
was free money. And Citron has a short position, so
Ah.
they're activist short selling it. So it might
Yeah.
be too late, but I think there's
Citron
still
Research, yeah. I mean, imagine the cost to borrow that must be astronomical.
950% APR to borrow shares.
Holy yeah, those puts are probably also like, yeah, you'd yeah, like
No,
it's
there's no
free money,
options.
but
That's the problem. There's no options. You have
oh,
to naked short it. Or not naked short, but you essentially got to do collateralized short.
right, that is scary. But hey, I mean, unless like somehow Trump just announces tomorrow that they're gonna pour the entire United States GDP into AI, you should probably be fine.
I will say this, another
Yeah.
play. Polymarket puts a U.S. land invasion
Mhm.
um, into Iran at 75% now.
Mhm.
So I definitely think we
Yeah.
should go short on Saudi Aramco. I think those Iranians are definitely
Uh,
going to blow up the facilities. Please don't shoot me, Mohammed bin Salman, but that's my next play. Short Saudi Aramco.
yeah, I can't say you're wrong, honestly. So I guess short Saudi Aramco, long oil futures, and once barrel, once it's 200 a barrel, go short. Do like a multi strat, and then at the end of it, just retire, multi-millionaire
Yeah,
into the
buddy.
sun. Yeah.
And
Well,
I'll say,
everyone's dealing with $9 gas. Yeah.
yeah, all the low IQ people are like go long on like Lockheed Martin and all that, but what they
Yeah.
forget is that these are essentially state-owned enterprises right now, and the government
Yeah.
caps their profit margin.
Mm.
So if you truly want to get some real exposure where it's not like government controlled profits, you got to get into the raw commodities. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that is true. But I mean, I guess the government does have control over oil prices with the reserves, but let's see.
Nah, bro.
That is no, you don't think the U.S. releasing reserves is going to push down the price enough?
No, dude, it's not going to be enough. That's the problem. They're dumping on the
Oh,
international market, and because oil is so internationalized, when you dump it, it's just going to be a bunch of Koreans and Japanese people buying the oil. It's not going to actually lower
uh,
domestic prices. Here's
yeah,
another crazy one.
yeah.
Japan has a $1 trillion sovereign wealth fund,
Hmm.
and they are literally dropping $45 billion to short the oil market to try to like lessen the energy shock. So they're using their national strategic reserves for foreign exchange to manipulate
Hmm.
commodities markets, and they're so desperate. And I just want to say thank you, Japan, for lowering my
Yeah,
oil price.
yeah. Thank you, Japan. Yeah, yeah. I don't know. This seems like this. None of this can end well. Oil is just. It's just like that one commodity where it just exists, and then every once in a while it just go ballistic in one direction or the other, and everything gets messed up. Uh,
Yeah, all
Remember in
this.
oil? Yeah. Or like oil goes negative one day, next day it hits like 200. It's what's going on.
And you know what the worst
Yeah.
part is?
Mm.
Most people don't realize that like oil prices don't really exist because they're future contracts. So it's all about like, are
Mm.
you talking about like May future contracts? Or are you talking
Oh yeah, yeah. So June.
June?
Yeah.
And so you got all these people who are like, I want to go long on oil. And then they go into like an oil fund and it's actually like oil for delivery in like 2 years. And then it's like, guys, why isn't it
Yeah.
doing well? And they're like, no, you got to get it right on like, for what
Yeah.
month is the oil going to be expensive?
Right. Yeah. Like people forget futures are contracts. It's for delivery of a commodity at a certain time and price.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
got it
They
in an
just
ETF, bro. Like, don't they just like hold the oil, man?
yeah. Messing with oil right now is stupid. Depends if you know what you're doing or not. I mean, can't imagine oil like hitting 200 or staying at 200. If it hits 200, that's like I don't, not financial advice. Don't do this if you guys aren't like past like middle grade math. Please don't do this if you're not past algebra. Please don't. You're gonna cook
Yeah,
your
I
whole
just want.
account.
I just want to say, actually, I'm going to give you bad info. So I'm
Uh-huh.
going to tell people to do something, and I'm going to do the opposite. I think
Uh-huh.
you guys should short oil. Yeah, short oil. I need to take your
Kramer
bank
stat right here.
accounts.
This is the Kramer strategy.
Yeah, short oil, guys. It's going to be great. It's all going to be over in like a week. Donald Trump is
Yeah.
unironically pulling the Kramer stat of just like, guys, it's going to be great. The oil's going to be secure. Make sure you
Yeah.
short it.
No, they already won. They already won the war. He said it like 7 times, so it must be true.
Don't
Ridiculous.
notice the 80,000 U.S. troops that we are building in the Middle East. There's nothing to see here.
Yeah. This cannot end well.
Go long on Russian Ural oil, man. Now that the sanctions
Are
are
you
getting
even
lifted, I'm
allowed?
very bullish.
Wait, are you allowed to trade that? I was gonna say, is that sanctioned?
Yeah, because they stop sanctioning it, buddy. Time to load
Oh
up on those
wow.
rubles. I'm going long on Russian rubles. That's all I gotta say.
All right. Well, appreciate it. That's some interesting information to consider. Yeah. Unironically,
Absolutely.
that
Also,
that yeah, that unironically might be the best strategy share tonight. Like, because that's just a niche market that might actually be exploitable because of not as much competition.
oh, not only that, you just got a bunch of people who, don't really know what's about to happen, and if you
That's true.
if as long as you believe that America is willing to go all the way, which I think they are, oh, you're about
Yeah.
to print, baby.
Yeah, man. Just this is gonna be interesting times. I like how America just turned into a giant casino.
Hell
Uh,
yeah, dude. Hey, we're gonna take Vegas and we're gonna make it into like $1 trillion energy markets. It's gonna be fucking great.
The stock market is Vegas at this point, honestly.
I
It's a
mean,
giant game of
dude,
poker.
they let us take out contracts on if people would pay back their mortgages. Like,
That
come
is
on,
true.
bro. Like, it's
Yeah.
we're gonna get to the point where like people can start taking out contracts to speculate on like election results.
They already
Like,
have.
honestly, if you ask, no, I'm saying, but in terms of like $1 trillion markets, I know in the crypto markets they already have it.
Oh, yeah, maybe because I know that Robinhood let you do that for the 2024 presidential election, but not like the
Yeah.
smaller elections. Maybe at what point you get like you start? I got even one better. You just start like layering it. You don't bet on the election results. You bet on someone else profiting off the election results.
Yeah, bro. That's why you should have gone long on Tesla
There.
because you could have used the betting market and then you could have seen that they're going to win. But I'll say this: I want to start. We just got to go full capitalist.
Yeah.
I'm going to start a publicly traded company, and that will determine my vote inside the Congress. And then I will do an initial IPO, and then I'll let people buy and sell their shares into me as a politician. And that's how I will fund my new elections.
Whoa, that's actually kind of genius.
Yeah.
That would actually be so revealing to how corrupt American politics actually are. That would work. Yeah, wow. That would work.
Yeah. And I think I'm going to do it as a cryptocurrency, and I'll call it JoeCoin.
Yeah.
And, you know,
Has
I'll
to
make
be
sure it all
crypto.
comes in crypto. It has to be crypto. Like, we don't
Yeah,
want these, like,
It's,
limp dick regulators when Democrats take over to take over my moneymaker. It's all
it
going to
has
be a
to be
crypto
a
coin.
it has to be a SPAC that uses a crypto coin to run a SaaS or SaaS AI fully remote in-service software provider.
Hell
You
yeah.
know, directly to you, and like people can use it to pay into your and give you calls and stuff, and that's how you make your revenue. If you want to be heard, you got to bid for a phone call or a text message to the congressman.
And no one's actually going to pick up. It's just going to be my AI voice that like just gives you lip service and says, that's a great idea.
Or you just auction off election laws like, guys, should we vote on this bill? Yes or no? Bidding starts now.
there you go. There you go.
That might actually, yeah, that would be great.
Yeah, I mean,
Honestly.
look, all I'm saying is that, you know, at least this will be more transparent and everyone can bid.
Yeah,
I take money from labor unions. I take money from religious fanatics. I take money from, you know, woke liberal activists. As long as you got that green.
at the end of the day, it's just
power.
gonna be like teal. Teal.
And then I'll say, thanks for like, commenting, and subscribing. You're my favorite super fan, Teal.
The YouTube channel. It's just, that would be great. Integrated with YouTube somehow or TikTok. Just TikTok live stream. Oh, and it'll just be like a chart. Oh my God, guys, are we gonna vote yes or no on this election, guys? Do it right now, and just like incorporate it with like some sort of like a line that just goes up towards yes or down towards no, depending on how much money is being put into it.
No, we'll do a TikTok battle. So like I'll
Yeah.
go into a TikTok battle and they'll have to like send me gifts on each side. Be like, oh, it looks like the no for the Save the Babies Act is about to get shut down. We need some more yes votes, guys. Send in the donations.
Yeah. Oh, dude, who's this guy? Chud Sheeran?
All right, so I'm in a unique
How old are you?
position because I'm a scammer and I also sell a trading
old are
course, but I'm 20. So I'm a scammer and I also sell a trading course, but the trading course isn't a scam. The trading course is legit. The scam is something entirely unrelated.
Okay. So if one's a scam, why wouldn't the other one also be a scam?
Because they're completely unrelated.
But they're coming from you.
But the other operation that I'm running is a scam, but the trading course is legit.
What's the other
Is it-
operation?
The
Is
other
it- I guess-
operation is scamming old people out of their pensions.
Nice.
Seems like
Wait, are you selling whole life?
Yes.
Hell yeah, buddy. I knew it.
is this
Yeah, but hold on.
it's
Here's the
insurance,
trick. The
Yeah.
money goes straight to me, and they get zero coverage.
so life
Nice.
insurance that doesn't insure anything and it just provides for
Exactly.
your, life insurance that ensures that your lifestyle doesn't go down. Like you have a good lifestyle.
Exactly. See, I think we're already vibing.
Yeah. And what is a trading course too on top of this?
Yeah. So I sell a trading course. Basically, teaches people how to beat the big firms like Goldman Sachs and James Street, like Jane Street, because these
James
firms
Street.
they're very stupid. Like
Yeah.
these firms that spend billions of dollars, the
Yeah.
things that the normal people don't know is that these firms they're not very smart. So all these like room full of like PhDs
Yeah.
from MIT, you can definitely beat these like
Yeah.
supercomputers.
Yeah.
You can just visually look at the charts and you can beat them.
Would you say that's all about like lifestyle and mindset, and that if you have the right mindset, you can beat the algos?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I need to buy his course. Hit me up.
Do you ever
How
do
do
you ever
I
like
join in the scam?
we have a question. Do you ever like write yourself as the beneficiary of like the insurance policies that you're selling?
Just straight off vibes. Exactly,
Just
rice cake enthusiast. Yeah, I encourage vibe based trading and I
that's
also
pretty
encourage
popular.
vibe based insurance. Like
Vibe based insurance, yeah.
yeah, like will I cover your claim?
Mhm.
I don't know what vibes are you bringing to the table. Like
What
this
if they write
family
your name?
called me. It was like my fucking house burnt down. They were just giving me all sorts of bad vibes, and I just
Yeah,
don't fuck with that.
that's
Yeah.
fair. What about writing yourself as like the claimant to the insurance policy?
Yeah, so there was actually one person who their house burnt down, and I got the money from the house burning down,
Yeah,
Hell yeah. Hell
but
yeah.
they paid all the
nice.
premiums. I worked it out in the contract.
Yeah, but like
Nice.
they should have known better than signing that, dude. You did it.
Yeah, exactly. I
Now,
mean,
Yeah.
Chud, can I help you level up your game?
yeah, sure.
You give him
Now
tips
that
too?
you've Yeah, of course. He's in like level 1 scamming. If he wants to go to level
Oh.
2 scamming.
Okay. This is level 1. Show me the top level.
Yeah, so what you got to do is you got to find like older people that are near the end of their life, and you
Oh,
need
I'm
to
trying
get
to
them sign.
redeem. We're definitely redeeming on this one.
Oh yeah, so you find elderly people. I recommend like cancer patients.
Oh,
Ideally,
this is gonna
people
be
who like are
horrible.
neglected by ideally people who are neglected by their family,
Oh
and
my
you
god.
and you need to find something called a transfer on death contract. And that's with their broker, with their bank, whichever institution. And what it does is if they just sign that sheet of paper, and you don't even have to do a notary sometimes, depending on the broker.
No notary?
Um,
Okay.
Depending on the broker.
Yeah.
It allows you to access their account and bypass probate. So like the day that the death certificate gets
Oh my
issued,
God.
you take control of the account because it's a anti-probate, anti-legal system contract that lets you access the funds.
That
Wow,
is genius. How do I
Wow.
convince people to do that?
Th-
How do I
this-
convince this girl in the comments? Amani, how do
No,
I
no.
convince you to sign your assets over when you die?
I think she seems pretty young, but I was gonna say this like
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah, I
not a
think
good
this is like a-
investment. I gotta focus on the
I think
people.
this is like a one-way ticket to
Okay,
one-way ticket to
Amani,
hell.
do you have a terminal disease?
Oh my god. You
I
can't,
recommend personally going to the cancer ward.
Oh,
in
like
your
this?
local city.
Okay.
Going to the cancer ward?
Yeah,
What
you'll-
are you into?
based
I'll
off
do
the
it.
stage that
Got-
they're in. Once they're in like 4th stage,
Man.
those are your prime, but you can start at stage 3.
Damn.
Are there
this
any
is some-
people 70 plus watching the live right now? that
I don't believe so, but anyway, I want to actually move on to like actual traders, but thank you guys for joining. That was interesting.
No worries.
Everybody buy my
Strategies.
course. Buy my course. I'll get you rich. Jane Street is easy to beat.
Okay. I'm sure it is. How yeah, and the course was nowhere near the worst of anything you did. What a guy. Yeah, just sell insurance policies and put yourself as the claimant. It's a great idea. Scott, who's Scott? You mean Scotowy? Scotowy? Anyway, guest box is open, guys. Get some course sellers in here, but do. What's up? Chud Sheeran. Look at this guy's account. I wonder what he posts. Your score is sick. Again, what do you mean only people to trust are verified? Payouts. Hello?
Hey, how's it going, man?
Good. How old are you?
I'm 39.
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, I mean, I think you're right, man. I mean, probably 99.9% of the course sellers, well, they don't make the majority of their income from trading. I'm sure they've made money in some
Yep.
capacity, but I think,
Nowhere near what they're making off their, affiliate links, courses, discords, mentorships. It's nowhere near what it is.
right. I
Yeah.
mean, it's pretty sad. I think I mean, especially younger kids, they fall for the
Yep. All the time. Yeah, they
the
don't know any better.
initial get rich quick, trading. You can make a lot of. I mean, a lot of people don't really realize trading is kind of like a slow grind. It's not. It's really not a get rich quick. Um, it's all about consistency. But yeah, man, it's unfortunate. I think a lot of people are making a ton of money
Yes.
advertising their
Oh, they make it off
lifestyle.
like the affiliates to get marketing money. Like a lot of the influencers, they just straight up get paid by these firms to market it.
Yeah, I mean, if you've ever had, gotten numbers on some of these firms like Top Step or Apex, what
Oh,
they
they're
do.
like some of them are billion-dollar companies.
Yeah, so
Crazy.
I mean, think of, the affiliate commissions on that.
Oh, it's huge. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, you're right. I'm curious to see what the deals are, but like I wouldn't be surprised if some of these guys are getting like, like a couple, $20,000, $30,000 a month just to promote it, something like that. And some of these
Yeah.
deals could be pretty big, or like $10,000 a post or something.
Yeah, there's a guy on Twitter,
Yeah.
Patrick Wyland is one of them, and he's
Mm,
got, I don't know, he shows boats, cars, he owns all this stuff,
of course.
and he's a big affiliate, but he's actually been, like, some of these guys have been exposed in the past
Yeah.
for paper trading.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. Yeah, because they just paper trade to get the payouts, and they show that as like oh here's evidence of them making money, but like they don't. None of these guys could actually like make real. Like they would never make it in Wall Street. Like if you could do real trading, you could make it in Wall Street. None of these guys could do it.
Yeah.
No, and it's unfortunate. There's a lot of them. There's a lot of them.
Yeah. I mean, I've been trading. I mean, I've been dabbling in long-term investments since I was like 21 or so.
Hmm.
And I've been really hitting the day trading for the past, I don't know, 6, 7 years. And really, in the
Worked out for you?
last probably 14 months, I've started to see some success. And that doesn't mean, it's going to continue either.
Yeah, that's
It's,
very true. Yeah, but I don't think most people realize that. Like a lot of these like the younger day traders have this impression that once they start making like some consistent money, that it's gonna like last forever or something, which is yeah, it's not.
yeah, it's still tough. I mean, it's still a grind. You still have to show up every day, just like a job. And then that's part of why it's so difficult for people is, how hard it is psychologically. It's easy to, change course or, really start to
Or
bury
just like
yourself into
building out the
losing.
strategy is hard. Also, Beckett wanted to join. Hello, Beckett.
Hello. I have a.
How old are you?
I'm just about to turn 18. I trade live
You're not
accounts,
you're
and
17?
I'm 17, and I
I
am.
can't have you up here, Beckett. I'm sorry, man. You're too young. TikTok TOS. Sorry about that. Not allowed.
He's trading live accounts and he's 17. Wow.
I made props. I don't think they would let him do live at 17.
I see a
Depends
lot
where
of
he
these
lives,
guys,
but
well, like him. I don't know that kid. I don't know
yeah.
his track record, but I see these guys that are like 21, 20. Say I'm 20 years old trading. I mean, to have a brokerage account, you have to be 18. I just know for me personally,
Oh, live through his parents. Yeah, you can also get like a custodial account. So Beckett's doing it live through his parents, which makes sense at his age.
oh,
Yeah,
that's
sorry,
cool.
Beckett. You got to be 18. Not my choice.
That's
That's just
cool.
how TikTok is.
Well, yeah, and I'm sure there's kids that are, I mean,
Oh yeah,
that are
there's some that
successful. I
do it
mean,
even younger.
I know there's people that have probably had success, sooner than I have. I just know how long it's taken me to see some sort of success. I don't have a multiple years of track records of success, but it's incredibly difficult.
Yeah. Well, thank you for joining. Hopefully gets to see you join back in the future. But I wanted to talk to some more people, get some course sellers up here. But thank you for joining.
Yeah, for sure, man.
Thank you. Can we get some people to send some likes, lives? Send some likes to the live, guys. Let's get some. Let's get the likes up so we can get more views on this. Get some more visibility. Let's get this going. I'm curious. I want to talk to some more of the course sellers. Thank you for the likes. I've traded options before. Options trading is fun, but like it doesn't. Yeah, I don't know. You're just betting that it doesn't destroy you. What do you mean by phantom trades? I don't know who phantom trades is. It's just people who using trading to scam. No, it's all of them. Just come up with your own strategies. Yep. Yep, you should have your own strategies that are secret. Yo, what up, Brandon? Oh, thank you. So when they're a course seller. Or mentorship. Or even signals. All that stuff. If it's anything that involves free money, it's not real. Sorry, guys. Free money doesn't exist. Justin Werlin traded with Tradovate or an insured brokerage, and he was a scammer or insured broker. Interesting. Curious. I don't think anyone wants to talk to me anymore because they know it's not going to go over well. Did he show broker statements? Well, it doesn't. I mean, if they use offshore brokerages, it's like none of those broker statements have to be audited. They can give them any brokerage statements that they want. Thank you. Yeah, he did with the U.S. broker. He admitted he lied. He lied. Admitted he never made money. Yeah. Why you want U.S. brokers? Yeah, you want U.S. regulated brokers. So it's offshore unregulated. They can literally put anything. Like I wouldn't even trust screenshots. Like they're selling a course. They're not profitable. Like not profitable enough. Profitability is not a good metric. Making 10 cents means you're profitable. You put in $100, you get out 110 cents. You're profitable. Yes. Yeah, for professionals that are really serious. That are making serious money keep to themselves. Yeah, they would never go public because that threatens them. You're basically just saying, "Hey, I have a golden lottery ticket. Yeah, everyone's gonna try to take it from you. It's not worth it." Yeah, let's do this. So hopefully I'm gonna get my keyboard soon, and I'll be able to move this over to another laptop, and the lives should be getting better. We'll have maybe a multi-stream. I'll have YouTube up. I'll have TikTok up. Maybe another site. Multi-stream it. Oh, I don't know why it was not popping up early. It's weird. It's weird it's not doing that, but anyway, we'll see. It wasn't a prime broker. Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, it's not a prime broker. Yeah. Like the whole industry is just like insane. It's like $12 billion. None of that money came from them doing anything productive. And like all the top guys are complete frauds. Like TGR is just a complete scammer. Like all the other guys are no better. And they all just lurk and pretend like they know something, and they don't. Broker statements are more manipulated than yeah. Yeah, you're right. 97 wouldn't be able to survive just off trading. Yeah. Yeah, without the courses. Yep, you're right. You're right. Gomez, if they could, they would just do that. They would never. It's always Forex or futures. That's true. There's some that it's not, but a lot of the time it is. A lot of the time it is. I mean, there's also non-Forex stuff. There's some options. People who are basically doing the same thing. Like the options is just as bad. Because you could sell options at like a very high strike, meaning it's unlikely for those options to hit, and then pretend like you're making consistent money, but then you open yourself up to so much risk. It's really not worth it. Top Step can't be trusted. I mean, I don't think any of these prop firms can be trusted. None of them are trustworthy. None of them have a reason to be trustworthy. They will all, like, they're not regulated. They have absolutely no reason to be trustworthy. They're not subject to laws the same way that a regular brokerage would be. They can take your money and give you nothing in return. Like, none of them are actually legally obligated to do anything other than keep money to themselves. And they can threaten you. They can send you lawsuits if it really comes down to it. But see, there's Alan. See, Alan. You have a really good strategy. You should not use it for a prop firm. Yeah, hello. Hello, Alan. How old are you?
Hello?
Yes. Hello, I can hear you. How old are you?
19, bro.
Go ahead. What's your take on the prompt?
It might bug if they connect accidentally.
What's up? Okay. Yeah,
You can hear me, right?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right. So you're saying all trading courses or sellers are scammers, right?
Yes.
All right.
Yes,
So, yes, information is free on the internet, right? I personally did not buy a course to get my first payout in trading, right? But now that I think about it, it would have been so much easier if I went out my way and found a trustworthy mentor, to make things easier for me.
Yeah.
Because let's put it like this. Let's compare this to a professor in college, right?
It's not the same.
It's not
Professors
the
in
same
college
because
professors in college have real experience and credentials.
and so do people who
No, they
drop
don't.
courses because they
No,
literally
they
have
don't.
the credentials
No, they don't,
of
dude.
yes they do. If they
No, they
if they
don't.
post payouts,
That's
if
not
they
what
post payouts,
credentials
that's literally credentials, bro, of them
No,
putting
that's
in
not
the
what
hard
that
work.
is.
If they
No.
show the hard work, bro.
No, that's not what credentials would be for that.
Yes, it
No.
is.
No, that would be like a CFA or some of the licenses.
It's still the
It would
same
not be.
thing, though.
No,
They're showing you their hard work, bro.
no,
Of them.
that's not what that is.
If I see
Alan,
if someone were to show me, hey, look, bro,
Yeah.
I put in all this work and I made this much money. Do you trust me? I made all this money, right? With putting in the hard work, time and effort and blood and sweat, right? To
Yeah.
make to be where I'm at. I can help you. And
They would never do that.
Did you get scammed, bro?
No, but they would never do that. Just use some logic here. Why would they sell you a winning lottery
Because
ticket
it's a
instead of cashing
win-win.
it
It's a
in?
win-win, bro. They help
No,
you.
it's not.
You help them by giving them
Wait.
money, and you save your time, and
No,
they
but
help
a
you
winning,
by.
did you not hear what I just said? Why would someone sell you a winning lottery ticket?
It's not a winning lottery, bro.
Yeah, it is.
You still have to put in the time and effort to.
No, you do realize the strategy that works? It's literally you just have to follow steps 1, 2, 3. Just do 1, 2, 3. You make money. That's what a winning strategy is.
And
It's free money.
and you know what I find funny with people who
What?
say courses are like scams. I guess it's either
That's what
it's
they
either
are,
one
yeah.
it's either one people don't really try, or people don't like buy a course. They just go off like what other people are telling
Wait,
them. Look, like
Wait,
people,
Alan, I have a question.
yeah.
Do you have to eat shit to know shit tastes pretty bad?
Do you have to eat shit to know shit tastes pretty bad?
Yeah,
No, bro. It's
exactly. So what's your point? Why do you have to try something to know if it's not?
my point is that you're saying that courses are scams, right?
Yes.
Courses are not really scammers, bro. Like, yes, some are scammers, but you have to find a trustworthy, right? And by finding a trustworthy mentor or someone who's selling a course, they have to show you, or you have to believe, like, right? Like a credentials, like what you're saying, right, is payouts.
I'm
If
saying
they're
that's not what
posting payouts.
that's not what a credential
That's
is.
literally
That's not-
credentials,
no.
bro. That's literally credentials. Payouts
That's
are
not what a
credentials.
credential. No, it's not. That's not what credential refers to.
What do you
Not that
mean?
was just
Bro, literally credential. I would assume a credential for anyone who's selling a trading course is them showing how much they made.
again,
I
that
would
wouldn't be what a credential is.
I would believe that how much they made is a credential for me to trust them that they're actually trustworthy because they're showing me how much they made and how much time they put in.
Again, it's not even really time based. It's more just strategy
Dude,
based.
it's literally simple, bro. If let's say you were to show me that you put in time and effort and you
It's
actually made
not based
money.
on time, and it's not based on those things, Alan. I think what you're confusing is this idea that it's linear. Like you do realize you have a strategy, it works, and then you just hope it keeps working. Once it stops working, you got to figure out another strategy. It's not like you got one strategy, it works, and then you figure out another one, and you keep going, and you become some like great trader. That's really not how it is. It's very non-linear, meaning like you have a strategy, you'll grow that out to as big as it can get. Maybe you'll become a multimillionaire, and so forth, and even more. Or it fails and you don't have a strategy anymore. It's not like a time thing. Like that's what I'm trying to get at. Like the idea that time matters as much as you're making out. It's not really the time thing. It's more like, do you have a strategy that works? If you do, and it's real, you keep it private, you become a multimillionaire. Like that's just really what it's dependent upon. And if you don't have a strategy that works, you sell courses because you don't mind giving it away because it doesn't work. If it works, you keep it to yourself. You would only use it for yourself. You're not going to let anyone else use it because it decays. You keep all the profits to yourself, and that would be that. And if it doesn't work, then you would sell courses and all this mentorship stuff because they know for a fact they're not going to be able to make money long term. They get lucky short term. If they're being honest, assuming they're being honest about their payouts, that they don't edit it, let's assume they're being honest. You can get lucky short term and show payouts and things like this.
Yeah.
You can do that short term. It doesn't prove anything. The stuff the things that you have to look at is also profitability. I'll just give you a good example. So someone's profitable. Does that tell you how much money they're making?
Yeah.
How much money is someone making if they're profitable?
How much money is profitable? To me, is what you're asking, right?
Just by definition.
As long as they're able to show me that they're honest and winning and sometimes losing, that's trustworthy, bro. Because
that's not what I asked, Alan.
Yeah.
No, but Alan, I'm saying, okay,
yeah,
if someone
rephrase that. Yeah.
If someone puts in $100, right, to a prop firm, they get out $101. They're profitable, right? By definition, they made a profit.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Like profitability is not the right metric. What you want to look at is their ROI. Basically, what are they making return on their investment over time? And you also want to look at like risk-adjusted returns. It's the most like fundamental metric to evaluating anything related to trading, finance, all this stuff. You want to just find out what you put in $100. How much do you expect back for your $100? Say estimated in a year, or how much has this person made on $100? Or the portfolio. Assume it's 100%, or you go from 0.0. What have they made? Have they made 10% in a year, 20, 30, 40, 50% a year? Because profitability, all that is it's not a negative number. That doesn't tell you if they're profitable by how much, like what percent. And also doesn't tell you how much risk they're taking on either.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I get what you mean, bro. But
Yeah.
what I also want to get at is like referring back to, I guess, them showing me their payouts and like how consistent are they with it? If someone is able to show me that they're getting more in return of what they're investing, then yeah, I'm willing to pay a course because
how do you
they're trustworthy, right?
No,
Yeah,
but how do you know that for a fact if they're not hiding it? Because here's the thing: if you're paying them, meaning they're getting money off you, they have all the incentive to just show you their wins and none of their losses.
With payouts, I mean, like it's pretty I don't think it's like really like hard, or it's how do I say this?
Yeah.
It's trustworthy to know when someone has a lot of payouts, because
But what about the ones that they fail money?
when you're trading with a prop firm, they literally give you like and if anything, like, bro, if someone were to show you like their bank, bro, like, wouldn't you think that's trustworthy? Or like,
Nope.
just like overall, like their win rates, or like just how their journey is going. Like, if it sounds and looks good, I would trust them.
Again,
But I
that,
get
that
what you're
just is,
saying. I get what you're saying. Like with
uh-huh.
uh
Yeah, but
a lot of
like they have all the incentive in the world to make it seem like it's all going good and they made all this money off trading.
yeah.
If they really did, they would never bother trying to convince you of it. People who are millionaires and so forth, they're not making their money by sitting there and convincing you they're millionaires. They make it through whatever they're doing. They live their life. They don't have to convince you of anything. Like, why do you think these people have to drive, McLarens and Ferraris and Koenigseggs and all these nice cars? It's not because, you know, that's really their life. It's because they want to convince you that's their life. Then you listen to them. Then they say, I made it through this way. And then you give them money. And then they take that money, they spend it on their lifestyle, and they turn around and they say, I made this from trading. And on top, like, you don't know how many accounts they blew up. You don't know how much money they're spending. They can have multiple bank accounts. They can have multiple prop firms, and they only show you the winning ones. You can't verify that what they're showing you ever is true. Even if what they're showing you is true, it's not a full picture. You don't know how much money they're buying, like they're buying into it. Someone could spend $100,000 on these prop firms and get 90K in payouts, be unprofitable, then say, "Oh, I made 90K," and show you the 90K and none of their losses, or maybe a few of their losses to seem like they're convincing, and you wouldn't know any better.
Mm. All right, I'm reading. Hold on, I'm reading the comments right now, bro.
Yeah.
They're saying that. Hold on, this guy. Eli's getting scammed, so probably yeah, bro. I've never bought a course.
I don't
I've
think
thought
Eli's
about
getting
buying a
scammed.
course. I've thought about buying a course, but I realized I was like, you know what? It's like I would like to save some money, right? If you have the money to buy a course, bro, take that risk. Like,
It's not a
like
risk.
it's
Like, no, but like the course won't help you. That's the issue. Like, anything in that course, it's not gonna be able to help you, because even if you wanted just education, not even a trading strategy, these TikTok day traders, they don't understand markets. Like, they don't have a background. Like, they don't have an education. Most of these guys haven't actually like studied the mechanics of the market.
I mean, it's not like bro, trading is not rocket science, bro. Like, I hope you
Kind
know
of is
that.
actually. The best
That's
traders are all like
not.
physicists.
It just moves off the
Yeah.
pen, like people, like it just moves based on liquidity. That's all it is.
No, but it's hard. It's harder than rocket science, dude. It's a lot harder than
It's
rocket science.
not, bro. It is
Yeah,
not.
yes, it is. Do you know who the most successful traders are?
Um, yeah, I know a few.
Can you name one of the most
RP
like?
Profits.
Nope, not even close.
You're saying RP Profits is a fake.
Yes, yeah.
If he
RP,
literally,
is he a
he posted his journey. Like, you could go back and see his
is he a
journey, bro.
billionaire? Is he a billionaire?
He's a millionaire, and
He's
that's
not a
enough. And
billionaire.
that's
Okay,
and
then he's not the top trader. Top traders are all billionaires.
I'm
You do
saying
realize
that
that?
I'm saying that's a good profitable trader because he lives comfortably.
Does
A,
does he
a
sell a
profitable
course?
trader is I would say that a profitable trader is someone who lives comfortably. And a good trader, a good trader is someone who could live
That's not
comfortably.
what. Yeah, I think
You made it once you're
IX
able to live comfortably.
cinematography. You're talking about Jim Simons. No, and then Alan too. The greatest trader of all time was Jim Simons. He had a PhD in mathematics.
Hmm.
He made $30 billion. So our RP, I don't think RP is. So when I say who like the best traders ever, RP is like he wouldn't. Like, does RP sell a course? I don't know who that guy is, but does he sell a course?
Yeah, he
Okay, then
does.
he's not. Okay, then he's not a good trader. Just by that metric. The
RP
second someone
Ninja.
sells a course, they're a bad trader. Like, just period. That's how simple it is.
That's like
Course, bad
saying
trader. Yep.
that's like saying like someone like a fucking professor from university, like they put in all that time and effort to get a certificate to teach somebody. Like, are they like a scammer too because they want to teach
That's
people?
not remotely the same thing
It's,
at all.
it's literally the
No, it's
same. Like,
not.
people
No,
who
it's
sell
not.
courses, most of the time, people who want to sell
That is.
courses are want to sell or want to sell their knowledge because they know that they put in the hard and Like they put in that
It's not
time.
remotely the same thing. It's really not. It's
Because
remotely not the same thing. I can tell you why.
I'm putting in the time to learn this shit all by myself. And
Have
no,
you
and
studied
someone
any math?
let's say someone were to come up to me and be like, "Hey, bro, can you teach me for free?"
What
Bro,
kind of? Okay, hold
you're
up,
literally
Alan.
throwing away my
Alan.
hard
Oh,
work
oh
out
my
the window.
dude. Okay, first and foremost, if your hard work paid off or anything, you would never have to teach them. You just do trading and become multimillionaire. Also, Alan, let me ask you: have you studied
But
any math?
knowledge is not free, though. Knowledge is not
Have
free.
you?
Everyone knows that knowledge is not free.
Yeah, but
It
you're
could be free
yeah,
if you
okay.
put in
Oh
the
my
time and
dude.
effort. But if
Okay,
you,
Alan, I got you there. Yeah,
yeah,
it's not free, but how do you know your knowledge is worth anything? Have you studied any math or statistics?
bro, I don't need to because trading is literally
Okay,
not
so
rocket
then
science, bro. I literally figured it out in
okay
like 5
then
months, bro.
okay, so then any knowledge you have is garbage, dude. You don't have your background in math or statistics to
How
understand
would you
trading.
say my knowledge is garbage?
Because if you
Well,
don't
why
have the
would you say
background
my
in,
knowledge is garbage?
because you haven't learned
If I
what
literally have a credential, which is like a
you don't.
payouts, bro. I have payouts, bro.
What credential do you have?
Bro, literally payouts from hard
That's not a
work. Like I'm just,
credential.
bro, that's literally is a fucking credential. What are you talking about, bro?
CFA, CFA, master's, PhD, bachelor's degree, those
A
are
credential
credentials, a license.
is a pay. It's literally a certificate, bro.
It's not a real certificate.
It
It's
is a
just a thing they
certificate
give you to
because
make you feel good.
it is literally a certificate, bro, of me putting in that work and passing a funded, bro. Like, and also
Anyone
can
can
I?
pass a funded. It doesn't mean anything.
I don't think so because
But you
why is
haven't
there
learned
people who?
anything. Yeah, but what have you
How
learned
would you
about
say I didn't
finance or
learn? How would
trading?
you say I didn't learn anything if I literally learned a lot? Like, bro, and
Okay,
I
what?
learned so much. I learned so much that it helped me. It helped me, bro. Like, you're just throwing it out. You're just throwing it out the window. Like, you're acting like if I didn't put in the time and effort to fucking research and understand what markets are, what liquidity is, just to freaking like get a payout to understand how the market moves. Like, I got a payout because I studied the market. Simple as
Okay,
that, bro.
what drives the market then? What would cause the market to go up
Literally
or down?
liquidity, dude. Liquidity drives the
That
market,
doesn't.
bro. Like,
What causes liquidity to?
bro,
What causes
literally
liquidity to move?
people waiting for their orders to get filled. That's where money is at, bro. Like
What
literally
would
people
cause
who put
that?
in their money, bro.
What
Like,
would? But what would cause that to happen?
what do you mean?
What would cause more people to want to buy more or sell more?
Hold on,
You
let
studied
me
this for
understand.
5 months. Why does it move up or down?
He saw
Just
his term liquidity is in a real term. He saw his
liquidity is a real term, but like,
bro. Like,
my
bro.
point. Yeah,
Go on.
yeah. Like, can you describe like why would something would go up or down more or less? Like, why there would be more buyers or sellers? Like, what's causing there to be more buyers or sellers?
Was causing people to buy or sell, right? Is where you're
Yeah,
asking.
buy or sell more. Yeah, for the price to move. Yeah, like what's
Because
something that would
okay,
cause that?
yeah. So liquidity is based. Liquidity is like full of emotions in a point of market. So
Yeah.
let's say there's an untapped level in the market, right? And there's people. Let's say people are selling, right? Let's say people are selling, right?
And for
Or
what
people
reason?
are
Why would they
buying.
be selling?
Huh?
Okay, yeah, but why would they do that is my question to you.
Why would they sell?
Yeah, like just intrinsically, like it's human behavior. Okay, at the end of the day, buying or selling, it's a human behavior.
They sell
What
because
causes? Yeah,
they sell because they know, like, people who actually put in money in the market, they pay attention to politics, right? And they
okay,
understand if people who have buy positions are looking at war or gas price or like I trade S&P 500
hmm
S&P 500, right?
yes,
And
yeah, the futures, yeah,
that's part of the the 500
yeah,
biggest companies, right? And
yes,
well,
by market cap.
I'm gonna take your swipe profile. What are you talking about? Hold on.
Are
This
you
guy.
okay? But anyway,
Hold
but just
on.
Alan, like,
Yeah.
yeah, you got some of it right there. Yeah, I'm not gonna press you too much on like why markets go up or down, but like I was just looking for you to say like, good news, politics, inflation, interest rate, like those things would move
It's
markets.
just like, and
Mm.
the market moves based off, like, I guess you could say, quote unquote, rumors. And
No,
that's
not.
literally all you have to understand. Rumors
What do you mean by
is
rumors?
basically
Like
like
it's
news. I guess news.
information.
Actually, it's
It's
news.
information.
Yeah.
Yeah, information. More than just news. There's non-news information as well. Like fundamentals means.
Fundamentals. Explain. Explain your words and the fundamentals. I guess you could say. Explain what do you think.
Fundamentals, meaning that there are like fundamental factors to price. There are things that are, intrinsic to that price. Like for example, a company's fundamentals, revenue, their
Yeah,
debt,
like
their
I guess
market
Walmart.
cap, like
Yeah,
those are yeah, like
yes.
those are their fundamentals. That's what I mean. Like there are fundamentals to price. Like there are certain things that are concrete that price is based on.
Hmm.
Yeah. Like, have you studied any of those things?
Yeah, like I guess like let's say for example, Walmart is not making a lot of money. Yeah,
Based
like
on what?
war and oil prices going up and prices going up,
Have you
inflation,
looked at their revenue?
and yeah, they're doing shit.
What's their revenue then? Or how much has it gone down by? What?
I haven't checked in a fat minute, but you should know. You should. It's pretty obvious
What
that
do you mean by, are you just going off of vibes?
it's pretty obvious. Like I mean, me myself, I'm not trading. The fuck, I'm not buying shit from like these warehouses, not because dude they're upping their price. Like they know what's
Yeah, but like
like.
that's not what Alan, before we go any further, like my point is, you sat here, you said Walmart's losing money. I asked you why. You said inflation, war, things that can affect Walmart, but you didn't say if Walmart actually made less money. Like you would have to look at their balance sheet. Have you ever looked at a balance sheet before?
No, hold on. No, I haven't, bro. But look,
Yeah.
can we talk about can we just go back to like trading courses or trading seller courses like are the scammers, bro?
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
man, it's just no way. It's like I would like to put it as like, do you think professors are scammers?
No, because professors have credentials, and apart from that, it's not the same thing. Trading is not a sum. Trading is a sum zero game. Education is not.
You say what?
Education is not sum zero. Trading is sum zero. For you to win at trading, someone else has to lose money. That's not the same thing with education.
Hmm.
Do you know what sum zero
Well,
game means? Or I guess I already explained it to you, but you get the idea of sum zero game, right?
yeah. But the thing is,
Yeah.
like you can't just throw away the time and effort that people put in, and
It
they
is
you just can't, man. You just can't throw away the time and effort that they
because they put
put into
effort and
learning
time
what
into the
trading
wrong
is.
things. They put effort and time into the wrong things. If you're not studying math, you're not studying statistics, you're not studying what actually moves the market, you're not studying fundamentals, what are you studying that's worthwhile?
You say what?
If you're not studying things that actually move the market, you're not studying fundamentals, you're not studying, events,
Yeah,
you're not studying math, you're not studying statistics, what are you
yeah.
studying that's worthwhile?
Okay. I'm gonna take what you said. What makes you think that
Yeah.
people who sell courses are not doing that? Like, dude, you gotta like, I guess
Because if they were doing that, they
like
would keep it private.
don't be a dummy and just feed into like a random course seller
It's
that
not
you see in
random.
your feed. Like, man,
What?
you gotta like people who got scammed are just
What?
dumb as fuck. Like if you ever got scammed by a course seller, like you're genuinely stupid, bro. Like, dude, take your time and find somebody who is willing to show their journey, bro. Like how are like, dude,
Are you paying for a journey or are you paying for like
I'm
education
paying
on
I'm paying
trading?
for time and effort and how much time they put in the market. That's all I'm looking for. And if they're able to show
Yeah.
that, and like bro, literally there's a lot of
Yeah.
like RP Profits, bro. He literally like
RP
I've
Profits
gone
has a
in his Discord.
course.
I've gone in his Discord and he's literally showed like he has videos of him like literally
That
back in 2020 like being an idiot and just clicking random buttons and
yeah.
he progressively got better and better and he trades live now. Oh, excuse me.
RP
He
wouldn't be
trades live.
selling
He
a
trades
course
live
if he was
capital,
profitable. He
huh?
wouldn't be selling a course if he was profitable.
But knowledge isn't free though.
He doesn't have knowledge that's worthwhile.
But knowledge isn't free though, bro.
What credentials does he have? Does he have a PhD? Has he worked in Wall Street? Has he done anything of actual substance when it comes to
But the
financial
time and
trading?
effort he's put in is literally credential, bro.
That
Like
is not credential. That's not
like
what that means.
a freaking college professor who's put in time and effort to get a certificate.
They also have
That's a
no, no, but it's
credential, bro. That's literally a credential. And
no, it's
someone
not.
who and someone
But
and
hold up.
someone who puts
Do you know the difference between a PhD, like, and just like a random guy on, this random guy on TikTok, RP, who claims this stuff? There's a difference
Yeah.
between a PhD and some random guy who claims that he was doing trading for this period of time, and maybe he was, but like
Yeah.
you do know there's a difference there. Doing something for a long time is not a credential. That just means that you might have
But look,
experience.
get this, bro. Payouts are a credential, bro. They're literally certificates,
That's not
bro.
what.
They're certificates,
Not
bro.
real
They are
ones. They're
literal
not
certificates, bro.
recognized. Who are they recognized by that the real certificates? Do they have an accretion? Are they accredited?
Bro, literally, like, dude, it's not hard to believe
Would
that
you,
it's not hard
Alan,
to
would
believe that
you,
a payout is a certificate. Like someone,
would you,
bro, someone
hold
could
up.
like a professor could literally fucking use AI
No,
to
they
fucking,
can't.
bro. Yes, they can.
No, no. Dude, Alan, would you trust a lawyer
Bro,
who had an
literally,
on, doesn't even let me
yes,
finish. Dude, listen Alan,
yes.
would you trust a lawyer who had like a random online certification?
An online certification.
A random
If
online
I would trust them, I would
It's
trust
not
them
credited.
if they show the time and effort that they did go to college, and if they show that
Dude, that they're not
the certificate
credited.
that they actually graduated, then yes,
But they're not
I would trust them
accredited.
because I
But
would
they're
trust
not
them.
but there's no accreditation. It means nothing. Like, it
If
literally
that
means nothing,
professor
dude.
who
You gotta
posted
have more.
their
Yeah.
certificate, or I guess PhD, online, and them having videos of them going to college and actually
That's not
graduating,
what they do.
I
That's
would trust them, and that's literally the same thing as a
your
trader.
criteria for
More,
trusting someone is gonna make you very susceptible to being scammed.
wait, have you gone to college?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Nice to know that. All right.
Yeah. And my
So
professor was
look.
a hedge fund manager, former
Mhm.
hedge fund manager,
Mhm.
and he had a PhD.
Mhm.
Okay.
Nice to know that. All right.
Those are the kinds of people you're dealing with. You're dealing with people who are working with actual like large sums of money, not like random dude online. I don't know who RP is, but anyway. And he
Mhm.
sells a course. Like he's not a like no one who has a hedge fund sells a course. You do realize that none of the guys who make money from trading have a course. Why do you think that is? Why do you think there isn't a single hedge fund that's selling a trading strategy, that's selling a course?
I mean, who knows? Maybe there is hedge funders who are selling courses, bro. Knowledge is knowledge, and if you're willing to pay for knowledge, bro, like you're like, bro, I would learn from a hedge fund trader.
Yeah, but they would never teach you. Do you realize why, right?
Tell me
If
why.
they teach you, their strategy stops working. If they teach you, you're gonna copy them, and then their strategy is gonna stop working. They're gonna lose out on money
But I thought they would
for
understand the
teaching you.
markets, though. If they
Yes, they understand the markets. That's why they
if they
do that.
understand the markets, then literally there's no difference between a trader and a hedge fund. Someone who studied, I guess like your fucking professor. Literally, there's no difference between both of them putting in the time and understanding the markets.
What?
There's no difference. They both
Between
put in
who?
the time to
Between
understand the
who?
markets, bro. There's no difference between both of them putting the time and
But
effort
like
to put in.
the
Like
random
one,
day trader. Are you
Mhm.
hold up, Alan? Before you,
yeah.
the random day trader or a professor, there's no difference.
I would think not. If they show me the time and effort that they put in the work to understand
It's
and
not
show
the
me the
same
credentials that they
thing.
made enough money.
Alan, they don't study the same things. They don't study the same things. You do get that, right? If you're telling like, hey, I can speak Chinese, but then you go study English, can you speak Chinese?
Bro, I don't think you understand what I'm trying to get at. I would say let me
It's the same thing, dude. It's
let
literally
me
the
explain
same
this a
thing.
little bit. Like, bro, they're both the same people
It's
trying
not
to
the
understand
same.
the
They're not
market.
studying the same. They're not studying the same things. It's not the same, Alan. They're not studying the same things. It's not the same.
hmm
These day trading guys aren't actually studying the market. They're not. They're just studying lines on a chart. Nothing that they're studying is real, meaningful. It's just literally random charts on a line. They act like they see some pattern or something.
It literally
Like
is
you,
patterns, though. It literally is
yeah, but
patterns, bro. It literally, I'm telling you, bro. Like, it's literally patterns, bro. It's trading. Bro, trading is not rocket science. I'm telling you that, bro.
it's harder than rocket science. It's a lot harder than rocket science.
No,
There are
it's not.
physicists who
What?
can.
How?
Yes, who
Then why
again?
is then why is there like a million day traders and
Because
there's
they
like
get money off the
a
audience.
few rocket science like professors, bro. Like I would say there's more traders than rocket science
Not
professors,
successful traders. Not successful traders.
bro. But would you rather think that trading is easier than understanding rocket science? Like, bro, you do know what rocket
actually.
science consists of, right?
No,
A
yeah, I know.
fucking
Yes. Yeah, you
literally
gotta know
the hardest math there
stoichiometry.
is,
You
bro.
gotta. Yeah.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
Literally, rocket science
But
is
you do,
harder, bro, than trading.
Alan, do you realize the differences for rocket science? You can teach people rocket science. You can't necessarily teach people to beat the market because you have to keep coming up with strategies.
Obviously,
like,
bro, you're never
are-
gonna win 100% in the market. But what mentor could teach you is to understand that you're never gonna win all the time. Like a
That's not
mentor
what-
is
that-
a
that's
mentor,
not
someone
what-
who's guiding you.
That's
bro.
not
Someone
what
who-
that's Alan. That's not what they go off of. It's not like winning all the time. It's about long term. It's about your long term expected value. It's about winning money over a long period of time. It's not about like minute to minute or day to day. It's about year to year to year. Also, like you do realize like trading is a lot harder than rocket science because you have to have physicists to actually be successful at trading. Like a lot of the firms that make money on Wall Street, they have physicists. Like they hire
Bro,
little scientists.
I would say, bro, like
Right.
I would say I'm not like fucking like Einstein fucking smart, but dude, I think anybody can understand trading, bro. And if you want to make it easier, bro, there's people out there who can tell you like to simplify trading, bro. Like, and that's where you're willing to pay for it in a course, like to simplify trading and make it easier for yourself,
You're lost.
bro.
Yeah,
Literally,
you're
trading,
lost.
no way you think trading is hard, bro.
Why do you think? Oh, if trading was so easy, why aren't there so many more millionaires? Why is only 8% of the United States population millionaires?
Because it takes time, bro. It takes time. It takes time. Okay.
No,
it takes time.
no.
Bro, it took me like 5 months to get a fucking payout to understand.
That's
like
not
literally
even
how the
any
market.
time.
Is.
5 months is not
someone
long.
someone who would study rocket science, bro. You know they. Oh my days, bro! I wouldn't even have to. I would not imagine how much time and effort they had to fucking put into even get us a fucking PhD and to work for NASA, bro. Literally, trading is easier than rocket science. Way easier than rocket science.
Wait, Alan, how many payouts do you have?
5, bro. It's easy, bro. In the span of fucking like 8 months, dog. 8 months.
And how much money have you put in?
2,000.
How much you've gotten out?
Bro, 2,000 times 5, 10,000, bro.
So you got 8,000 profit.
Yes.
In how many months?
8 months.
So you would have gotten less than minimum wage in 8 months. Congratulations.
But the thing is, bro. Look, it's starting.
Does this even work? How much time does this take?
It's easier now, bro. It's easier now.
How do you know? But how do you know that? Wait. Do you think that this is going to continue in the future?
Bro, there's literally prop from like Apex Trader Funding, bro. Have you never heard of Apex Trader Funding? I'm pretty sure you have, right?
But that's not what I asked you. But
look, check this. Look, check this. Apex Trader Funding allows you to buy 20 accounts at the same time. Right?
Yeah, I got you there, but I'm just saying. Like,
20 times 2,000, 40,000, bro. And look, a lot of people. Look, bro. Okay. That's just me. That's just me doing trading as a side.
Yeah,
bro.
but I got you there.
I don't think like people are saying
also
like,
welcome
bro,
on Macro.
that's a good side hustle, and I'm on the road to making it into a full time, bro.
But how
like
do you
it's
know?
not hard. It's not hard to turn it into a 10K a month, bro.
How do you know that? Like, what's telling you that? Because, like, did you do like any sort of like analysis that you have some strategy that could work out long term for it to tell you that?
Bro, literally, it's all understanding liquidity and where the markets want to go. They don't go up and down for no reason. Why do you think? Why do you think the markets go up and down?
It could be a variety of macro events, fundamental shifts, companies making more revenue, inflation risk, and interest rate risk.
And and if you're paying attention to the world, if you pay attention to the world and what's going on, you should understand.
How old are you, Macro?
Bro.
I'm 18. I'm 18.
All right, go ahead, Macro. Yes, go ahead.
So Alan, I
Yeah.
want to ask you, what's your trading strategy, real quick?
Our trading strategy, bro, is literally just liquidity, and understanding
Okay,
order flow, and
okay.
literally paying attention to like what's going on in the
So,
world. Like you should know what's going on in the
yep,
world and what's
yep,
the
yep, yep,
politics
yep,
we're
yep,
talking
yep.
about, bro. Like,
Okay, okay. So you talk about order flow, right? And talk about liquidity, right?
yeah.
So first off, regarding order flow,
hmm
what do you think you gain out of using order flow?
No,
Tell me.
gets it.
What do I gain from order flow?
Well, what edge do you have? What do you
Yeah,
think you
like
can
what
see?
meaningful advantage do you get from using order flow information? Because you have to have some sort of an advantage to be able to make money. So the question is, it becomes that like, how are you using that to your, like, how are you deriving a meaningful edge
It's
from
simple,
order flow
just understanding,
or
just
liquidity?
understanding when and what time people are putting their money in the market, bro. Like
Okay,
it's
Putting their
okay, but
money in the
Alan,
market, which way? Buying or selling? Because putting money in the market, it could be buying or selling. Like putting the money in the market, which way and why?
say that again.
Okay, you're saying they're putting money in the market. I got you there, but
hmm
which way are they putting it? Are they buying more? Are they selling more?
Let's say, man, let's say they sell, right? Let's say they sell, right?
Why? Why would they be
Why would
selling
they
more?
sell? Because they're paying attention to politics, bro. They're paying attention to,
Which politics?
like,
Which events?
bro, whenever like Trump
Alan,
tweeted something bad,
Alan,
like, bro, it was literally obvious that people wanted to
But how do
sell
you? Okay, Trump can do a
because they're
lot of bad
scared.
things.
There's
That's not gonna.
emotions, dude. There's emotions. There's emotions in
Okay,
the
but
market, bro.
Alan, Trump can do a lot of bad things, and it wouldn't frighten the market. Like the market doesn't necessarily just move
No
off of
shot,
like,
you said that. No shot, you said that. No shot, you said
yeah.
that Trump can't. There's no way you said that Trump cannot move the market. Have you paid
I
attention
didn't.
whenever like
That's not. Did you
Trump
not? Oh,
speaks?
Alan, do you even listen to what I just said?
Go ahead.
Okay, okay. Try listening more than talking. I said
No
not
shot.
everything bad. Yeah, I know shot that you're gonna listen more than talking. Just listen. Trump can do bad things and it might not affect the market. What affects the market based on what Trump is doing is not the same thing as Trump does something bad. You're going to want to figure out what Trump is doing bad that would affect the market for you to be able to predict that using that information prior to when the movement happens, saying like Trump put a tariff, you think it's going to negatively impact the market by 10% or something, let's just say, put a number out there. You think some random stock's going to go down by 10%, and then you would make that trade based on that information, not just Trump does something bad. That doesn't really, Trump does something bad. How would that necessarily move the market? You know?
Have you ever watched S&P 500 whenever Trump like makes a statement or does anything, bro?
but Alan,
Yeah,
why
Trump
do you
No,
why
have
does
do
a
you,
you
lot
have
of
you,
think?
have you,
things.
though? Have you, though? Like, genuinely,
Yes,
I'm asking, like,
Alan, but
Yeah,
why do you think that what do you think investors
yeah,
are anticipating by seeing where the asset is going?
yeah.
through
What is
emotions
Trump
because people are
saying?
scared of losing money.
No, no. So
Simple,
for
bro.
example, hold on. So for example, say let's go over a pretty quick one, right? Say Trump comes out and says, "Hey, we're gonna start a war in Iran. We're gonna start bombing their
Yeah.
oil infrastructure and stuff, right?" What do you think happens to the U.S. economy if oil goes to say $120?
People are
Tell
gonna.
me what happens?
Yeah.
What would happen if oil goes up? Right, is what you're
Mm-hmm.
saying.
Yeah,
To
so
120.
what
Yeah.
what happens? Yeah,
Was it a
in
two
this
and one?
scenario,
You guys said wait. You guys said 2 and 1
to
or
120. Let's go with that example.
Yeah.
Say 120,
120.
yeah,
right?
That's a
two.
What do you think
lot.
happens
Yeah.
to the U.S. economy if oil was to go up to 120, right?
That's insane. Yeah. What
Hmm.
what would happen? Wait, what would I think would happen to S&P 500?
Yeah, what would you think would happen?
Yeah.
Considering
People
the sector weight.
people would get out because as you would know that S&P 500 consists of 500 biggest companies in the US, and if oil goes up, people are not going to spend a lot of money to those companies, meaning that
But
they're going to
Alan,
fucking lose revenue.
why? You don't
That's.
understand. You're not telling me the why. Why are people
Yeah.
not buying as much stuff from these companies because oil is higher? What is happening?
Yeah.
What is happening
Also, there's some companies
economically?
they would be buying more of. Some prices would go up
Exactly. It's about
in
asset movement.
anticipation. Yeah, like you do realize like solar panel companies, green power, non-oil companies would go up in price. You do realize that if oil went up, right?
Yeah, oil, but I don't trade oil, bro. That's the thing. I don't trade
Okay,
But it
but
oil.
but you need
affects.
to
I
understand that
specifically
affects
only
the
studied
S&P
S&P
500.
500.
It's called asset correlation. the S&P.
Do you realize?
is
Wait. Before we go any further, Alan, you do realize like the price of oil would literally impact absolutely everything, right?
Yeah, but I don't really care about those other markets, bro.
So you agree that
That
there's
it would impact the
correlation.
market that you're trading too. You trade futures.
Yeah, that's why.
Right?
But it wouldn't
Yeah,
affect many others that
It would
I don't
affect
care
what you're
about, bro. I'm
trading.
only focused on one market, and
Yes,
I'm
right?
profiting off one market that I'm studying. So
Yeah,
why should I,
yes.
bro? Like, let's throw
Alan,
away
you're
all.
not studying it, friend. You're not studying it. You couldn't even tell me.
Yeah,
what's
oil would affect what
fundamental.
you're trading too. Like
You
this is
don't
what
even
we're saying,
understand
Alan.
active correlation,
Yeah.
friend.
Also, like Alan, like you say, you spend all this time studying and stuff, but it doesn't seem like you know a lot of anything. Like, what are you
Bro,
studying?
oil affects everything. That's what I'm literally trying to get at, bro. Like, wait, doesn't have an SSL? I'm not sure how he's making. Bro, I literally live in America, but
What does that have to do with anything?
no, I just read a comment right now, but
Yeah, he's American.
I'm British.
is that bad
Does that
or something?
count? Does
What's
that
going
matter?
on? But look,
Probably
I know the
bad,
pound.
no,
I'm
no.
British. I know the
wait,
pound.
what was your guys' question again? Like, bro, it's
I was saying.
No, I guess-
there's two voices talking.
Are
to me.
you gonna? Yeah, there's three if you don't listen. But just what have you studied? It doesn't seem like you know much of anything. Like
Bro,
you said, you
literally,
studied for all this time, but like
just
yeah, it doesn't
understanding
seem like-
what liquidity is, bro. Like,
Yeah,
there's a
but
reason
Alan,
why.
Alan,
There's a reason why it moves up because
Alan, you
you
yeah.
don't understand
Right.
liquidity though. But you don't understand liquidity at all. You don't know what drives liquidity. Why would there be more buyers or more sellers? Like, what are you actually looking at?
Why is there buyers and sellers?
Why is there more buyers than sellers or more sellers than buyers? What's causing that to happen, and what can you correlate it with?
Literally war, bro. Literally war, and if there's bro, literally like people would sell. There's people gonna be selling the market, and there's like guys, have you guys?
But why? What?
Why? Yeah.
Why are they selling? Because they're scared. Simple as that. They're
Oh
scared
my
of
God,
what's gonna happen to the
no,
market. They're gonna
no,
sell out
there is-
quick, or people are gonna
But
buy
what would
quick.
cause it? But what would cause the market to go down? Let's say.
You guys literally said it too.
No,
Tell
but
me,
like
what is
Because
it?
the
there's
oil
a
price is going up.
right. But what? Okay, what happens
is
if oil prices go up? Yes, let's see if we can figure this out.
Wait, what?
Yes.
Right.
Say that one more time. You Tiki, you say it.
What happens when oil prices go up? That affects everyone. That affects everything.
That affects everything, right?
Drum
S&P
roll,
500. I'm
please.
talking about S&P 500, right?
Yes, S&P
Yeah,
500
I
particularly.
want to talk about S&P 500 specifically because
It is
Oh,
S&P 500.
but-
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. It affects them. What do you put in
Mhm.
your car? What do you put in your car, Alan?
bro, literally, what are you talking? What are you trying to, bro? All right, but look,
So if oil price goes up, it increases the cost of transportation, increases the costs of doing business, and that makes your revenue go down. Companies do worse. Like it's right there, dude. Just make that connection.
yeah, and
This is what we're
that's why
trying to-
people get scared and sell because companies
You
do
couldn't
bad.
tell
That's
us
literally
that.
like.
That's the point we're trying to make.
Yeah, but you're not
Yeah,
able to
and
articulate
that's the point
that.
I've been trying to get at. That's
No, but you
literally-
didn't know
that's so
that.
simple to
Alan,
understand when
you
people are
are-
gonna sell and
But
when you
you
can literally
didn't.
get in and
But you
sell
never-
a position because
But
you
Alan,
know
you didn't.
when a company's gonna do bad by just listening
But-
to politics and what's going on around the world. You should know when a company is going to do bad if you pay attention to what's going on inside or
Not
literally in the world.
necessarily. Not
Yes,
necessarily.
necessarily.
No.
What are you
Alan,
talking about? If,
Alan,
oil prices
you-
go up, a lot of people
Yeah, but
who
you
have
don't-
money in the market are gonna sell, and that's pretty obvious to freaking know, bro.
They don't.
But it depends what company. It's not going to sell everything at the same rate. It's going to be different
Exactly.
Depending
rates.
what company.
They-
What market are? Let's specifically talk about S&P 500. I don't pay attention to any other market besides S&P 500.
But that's where
Okay.
you're losing, friend, because it's all correlated.
Anyway, let's just focus on S&P. But we can
Yeah.
talk S&P.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
Sure.
Let's do this.
oil prices go up, right? People who have their
Yes.
money in S&P 500, right?
Mhm.
They get scared because the 500 biggest companies in the market, they're not going to make a lot of money because if oil prices go up, a lot of people are not going to buy anything from any of those companies. They lose revenue, they lose money.
Mhm.
The market will not push up. People who are selling, they lose money, they get scared, they get out, and that's what makes sales sell. Simple as
Michael
that, bro.
Burry of 2026, ladies and gentlemen, right here.
Michael Burry.
That's literally
Give
the
it
most
up.
simple. That's literally like you guys
Yeah, that's one
put what I said in the market,
Alan.
and you guys will literally see why
Alan.
it literally moves like that, bro.
Alan.
Literally,
Alan,
Yes.
yeah, you're right, but it shouldn't have taken you that long to like been able to articulate that. Like you've been studying this for like 5, 8 months, you said, but then you were able to like articulate this originally. It comes across as like, what are you studying? But my point is like you're studying the wrong things. If you want to like be good at
And
trading,
and also get this.
cuts
You
me
can
off. He
also
doesn't even
you can
listen.
and also you can also like kind of switch it, and people who also like think that it's
Alan,
gonna
but
do
you
bad,
don't.
people can also buy, so
Alan,
it can move up.
Alan.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get that, but Alan, my point is you haven't studied why the market goes up or down enough to be able to say these things.
Alan, can I
Be
ask you a
you-
question, right?
Yeah. Go on,
Alan,
Micro.
right.
hmm
So in regard to your trade, right, what's the leverage that you use?
Leverage, bro. I trade
your
profits,
leverage.
bro.
Yeah,
Just
but
This
what's
is
the leverage
what
ratio?
Well, say that again, Mark. Macro.
What's your leverage ratio? Is it 5 to 1, 10 to 1? What is it?
Just like 2.
So
2 to 1.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
so your
Not too
$1,000
crazy.
a month in 8 months was actually $500 a month.
You see what?
You essentially, without the leverage, right? This
Mhm.
is what I've been trying to point out to you. If someone
Yeah.
says to you, "Hey, I make what?" I don't know, whatever guy you're talking to, whatever laugh you're talking to, said,
Mhm.
"Hey, I make $20,000 a month, right?"
Mhm.
He uses, say, 10 to 1 leverage.
Mm.
Then that statement on its own is invalid, because without the 10x leverage that they use,
Yeah.
they would have never made that money in the first place, which is
Yeah,
what a
that's
lot
what
of
you
these
realize
retail
is like,
strategies rely upon.
The retail
Yeah.
traders is where you're trying.
yeah,
Yeah.
you got to look at like risk adjusted returns. Like they take on a lot of risk to produce high returns, but if you don't look at the risk, you really don't know
Oh,
how
my
good
bad.
their
My bad.
returns
I cut
are.
out. Can you guys say that again?
Yeah, if you don't
Sorry.
look at if you don't look at how much risk they're taking on, you don't know how good their returns are because they can take on a lot of risk and
Mhm.
you
Oh, my bad.
know what, like
Someone was calling me. I'm sorry, guys. I'm really sorry. Someone was calling me. I put on D&D. Repeat that again, guys. I'm sorry.
you do know like that there's such a thing like risk, right? If you take on a lot of risk,
Yeah.
you can get higher returns, but that's not
Mhm.
necessarily meaning that your returns are as impressive if you take on a lot of risk.
If I take on a lot of risks,
Shows that your strategy is unsustainable in the long run. That's what we're trying to tell you.
Yeah, or like Alan, for example, let's say you made 30% off Bitcoin, right? Or some cryptocurrency, like you made 30% off of it. That 30% sounds good, but then you realize like how much risk you take on to make 30% off like a crypto coin, right?
Wait, why did we jump to? All right, never mind. Yeah. Okay.
I'm just trying to say you like get the concept of like risk adjusted returns. So because like 30% on a crypto coin is riskier than say 30% on the S&P 500, one is going to be much better. Like if you get 30% on the S&P 500, that's much more impressive than 30% on a cryptocurrency. You get what I'm saying? So like a lot of these guys, like these day traders, they say, "Oh, I'm profitable and
Yeah.
all this other stuff."
Yeah.
The main issue we're into is like you don't know what their risk adjusted returns look like. If you can see that, and then you can gauge like how much risk they're taking on to get their returns. That tells you more meaningful things. Like it'll tell you if they're actually like profiting long term.
Alan,
Well, yeah. Go ahead, Macro.
you mentioned as well,
Yeah.
there's no difference between, I think it's something like there's no difference between a retail trader and I'll just say as a whole, universal definition, a institutional trader.
Yeah.
Why do
Well,
you think that's the case?
I actually can clarify something because I kind of said the same. Let me put it this way: institutions can trade like retail, but then they're much better at it than retail. Like let me just put it that way. There's no barrier between retail and institutions. Institutions can do both, and they're much better
Yeah.
than any
100%.
retail
Yeah.
trader.
But then the quality that they use, for example, let's go with any institutional trading firm, the infrastructure they have is probably worth millions, if not tens of millions of dollars. The
Or
order flow
billions,
data
yeah.
they use, or billions, I do agree.
Yeah.
The order flow data they use
Yeah.
is not the same as the order flow you use on TradingView or the
All right.
V1.
Tiggy. Can I ask you something? So, all right. So this all started off from trading courses or trading course sellers or scammers, right?
Yes.
Would you say that you're knowledgeable
On what? On finance?
just finance and
Yes. To tell the truth,
if someone were to like want to like learn from you for free, like literally babying them, would you trade them? Or would you teach them for free?
For what? For trading?
Like just for knowledge, just based off like knowledge that you know, like and them like profiting off of you, like or just like
okay, yeah. Alan. Oh, those are two different things. See, like you're already making this.
No, but no, I think.
Oh my God!
It is the same thing because
Can you listen? Alan, you're not listening. Alan, let me clarify this before we go any further. Your definition of profit is not my definition of profit. Those are worlds apart. Profit to you is someone made money. That's not what profit is. Profit to me is risk-adjusted returns in excess of the market to a point where it makes sense that you're trading. You can buy and hold the S&P 500. If you can't beat that, there is no reason for you to do anything other than buy and hold the S&P 500. So when you say someone's going to profit off what I'm teaching them, no, because if I had a strategy like that, I would do it myself. I wouldn't teach anyone. So I can't teach someone else's strategy because I don't have a strategy. If I had a strategy, I would do it. Like I don't have one.
Yeah.
Okay. That's something people on Wall Street have. Like I would be on Wall Street if I had a strategy. Like no, and then on top of that, like the finance things, like most people like.
Wait, so you're saying that your I guess like your strategy wouldn't make anyone profitable is where you're trying to get at, or just you?
Yeah. My strategy wouldn't make anyone profitable. Neither would any of the guys that you're saying. Neither would RPs. Not by my definition of profitability.
I use this strategy and.
Is it a guy like? Was he like a guy wearing a shower cap or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a total lark.
So you believe like a random dude in like a sports car wearing a shower cap understands trading better than literal PhDs?
Well, I've literally like went down that rabbit hole of what like how much time he put in. So I would believe it.
Do you think a PhD?
I would believe it, bro. I would believe it.
But hold up, Alan. Do you think a PhD who spent like a decade on Wall Street has more or less experience than?
No, they for sure do. They for sure do. But
right, so then
is like I don't.
Yeah, but it's also not really. Also, like Alan, get this notion of like experience-based kind of a way because it's really not. But here's the issue: like the whole experience thing. Yeah, it matters, but really nowhere near as much as you're making it out to be. What matters is having a strategy. That strategy doesn't have to be experience-based. If you have a strategy that works, it could take you a week to develop it, and you could have no trading experience. The greatest trader in human history had no finance experience when he started trading. That was Jim Simons. He didn't understand what trading was, like fundamentally was, but he understood math well enough to have his own strategy. Like he did not like understand finance. He doesn't hire people who understand finance.
So he didn't have a PhD in anything?
He had a PhD in math.
Okay. That's good to know. But
look, and he didn't understand finance. Yeah. And none of the guys he hired either understood finance. He only hired scientists. Zero finance people. Like you can't get a job at Renaissance Technology with a finance degree. You have to go with like with a math degree or a physics degree.
So in order for me to be profitable and to sell a course, I need a PhD.
But you're not going to sell a course if you've got a PhD.
You would never sell a course. You would, yeah.
This is the thing. If you're managing a book, say $500 million of capital.
Yeah, and I said for Renaissance Technologies. But to be a good trader, yeah, you're gonna want some background in math if you're being honest. Yeah, like Alan, you do realize like these traders can't calculate if they're long-term profitability, right? Like you should be able to calculate if you have a long-term profitability, but they can't.
Say that again. I'm sorry, I was reading a comment.
These guys can't calculate their long-term profitability to sit down and tell you like what they expect to make. Like they just, it's all kind of in the thin air, like, you know.
Alan, if you was going to start a hedge fund, right? How would you pitch to get investor capital? If someone's like, what are the metrics of your strategy?
Oh, it's a good one.
I'm sorry.
How would you pitch to get investor capital? What would your pitch be like? Here's my metrics. Here's how much we've made, for example. What would you? What's your selling point? You know, how are you going to sell?
My selling point of them showing me how much they made.
No.
Of you to them. Like you say, hey guys, I want to make a hedge fund. can you give me money? And they tell you, all right, we'll give you $100 million to trade with, but first you gotta tell us why. Why do you need $100 million to trade with?
All right, wait. First of all, why the fuck would I ever ask that, bro? Wait, what are you guys trying? So all of this started from
hypothetical.
course selling our scam.
Yeah, because we just want to see like, Alan, we just want to see like what your logic would be. Someone saying like, hey, because you're saying like what you look for, for like a profitable trader, what you trust. Someone saying like, hey, they're coming to you with $100 million. They want you to, take that money and trade with, like, make a hedge fund and trade with it. But the first they say, before we give you this money, why should we give you this money?
Showing them the hard work that you put in, bro, and the conditions and the time of fucking trading time that you fucking put in. Like, what? Like, is it that hard to understand? Like, bro, like, it's literally like they would trust me if they saw how much time and how much I went out from training.
Alan, oh my God, Alan.
Yes.
Take it easy for a moment.
Literally, no.
How would you show them hard work? I'm just curious. Like, what would you do?
How would I show them for them to be trustworthy in me, right?
Yeah. Like, what do you mean by like show them hard work? Like, what would you show them?
What does that equate
profitability?
to? Yeah, but how?
How would you quantify? Yeah.
What would be profitability for me?
Like, how would you show them? Like, they say, hey, like, I mean, no, not the or like, what if they say like, hey, I have $100 million. If we give this to you, how much money can we expect to make? Like, what would you tell them? Like,
what would I tell them? Well, first of all, how much, bro? Just literally based off like first of all, they would give it to me, based off like how much I've made and them showing up how much money I've made, right? Are you guys getting what I'm trying to get at? Like,
but they wouldn't. But that's not what they're gonna ask for. That's not what they're gonna ask for. They're gonna say like, for statistics. Yeah, they're gonna ask for your statistics, like
a PhD, a fucking PhD, right? I guess you guys
not a PhD. Not a PhD, no. Like statistics,
ask for your risk-adjusted metrics, your returns, like your Sharpe ratio, so like all of these things. They're gonna ask, does this beat the S&P 500 over, say, 10 years? Is it regime dependent? Can it survive the 08 crash? Can it survive the COVID crash? How does it do in this environment, for example? Not a payout, friend. That's what we're trying to tell you.
Yeah, like payouts.
But the thing is, I'm not trying to study in that, bro. I'm just studying. I'm mainly just studying and helping people getting payouts, bro. Like, why would I want to fucking get $100 million from a hedge fund, bro? Like, no, it's.
Why would you want to get $100 million?
You realize, like, you would make so much money off that $100 million. You would be making $2 million a year.
220 on $100 million? Yeah. Are you mad?
Minimum $2 million a year. It's pretty good.
But like again, I haven't studied that. So why would they trust me? Like, obviously they would trust somebody who they know is trustworthy. Like, I know what you guys are telling me, right? I know you guys are telling me, right? Why would they trust me? Why would you trust me, right? But they would trust me if
Alan, I just think the main point is that like your like preconceptions of like what, I guess maybe just like your idea of what trading isn't really like grounded in what trading actually is. That's what I guess we're trying to point out to you. Like, what actual trading is not what you're describing.
I would say, bro. And no, I'm not selling the course.
You would though, wouldn't you?
What happened?
I said you would though, wouldn't you?
If someone is willing to learn from me, then yeah, and they trusted me. If their sole purpose is to understand, like, I guess,
Alan, but you do understand, like,
payout, then I would help them be disciplined. Like, it's pretty simple. Like, it's not hard to understand why people want to buy or are willing to buy a course, because they want it to be easier for them. That's all it is. People buy courses to make it easier for themselves.
How do you know that what you're
and how can I make it easier for themselves? By literally just like telling them what I did.
You have to offer that a college education and a seat at a desk can't offer them. That's 10 times better. So this is the thing. This is what I'm trying to tell you, Alan. The time you've invested into learning how to trade, you could have gone to college, got a great degree, and maybe got a shot at a desk. and made
Or like-
10 times more money.
Or I'll make it even more simple, Alan. Basically, like you spent your entire time trying to say like, oh, I'm studying negative numbers, but then you just spent your entire time studying positive numbers, and then you're like, but I know my negative numbers, and then people are telling you that's not negative, and you're like, yes, it is, and you don't want to like learn the negative numbers. You get what I'm saying, or
Okay, guys.
Like-
Why would somebody go to college and pay for tuition to learn, right?
you would get significantly better outcomes. Like you're gonna make
Yeah,
way
yeah,
more money.
but-
Why would you think
ROI
somebody
on
should
your
buy a
investment.
course?
Like-
Like, let's say somebody takes their time and finds a good mentor. Like,
There's no
dude,
such thing as
they're
like a,
willing.
that
They're,
really
You
doesn't.
can find
and you
mentors
guys do know that.
that-
I guess 2,000 is not a lot.
It's not
Money,
hard.
yeah. It's not.
2,000 is not a lot. So why not just take your time, find somebody who you think is trustworthy, dig into their
Your
their
metric
journey.
of Alan, your metric of trustworthy means absolutely nothing as to whether or not they can actually make money. Like nothing you've described so far would be like, you know, like if you had to go and take it to Wall Street, which is, you know, the ultimate litmus test for whatever trader there is, they would not be accepted. If you could have a guy who could trade legitimately, they could go and work on Wall Street. They would get accepted. None of these
Yeah.
trading gurus would.
Mhm.
Like Wall Street cares about performance. It's purely performance.
Mhm.
You could have nothing, but if you could actually show performance the right way,
Mhm.
you can go and like none of these guys could do that because they can't show performance in the right way.
Right.
Do you think any of these guys actually understand the statistics that go into this stuff? Like, and not complicated stuff, by the way. When I say statistics, it's not complicated. You can learn this stuff in like a week. Like you can learn this like in a week, and you would know more than a lot of these course sellers. Doesn't that
Mhm.
concern you? Doesn't that really concern you?
I don't no, it doesn't really concern me at all. Look, it's
It
so
doesn't
simple
concern you?
it's so simple what I'm trying to get at, and you guys are literally just denying. I know what you guys are saying, but it's buying a course is literally the same thing as going to college. Like, is it not?
No, because no.
Why
First
is
and
that not?
foremost,
Because dude, it's literally
okay.
just people who got a PhD put in the
More
same
so
amount
than
of effort and
No.
time to
Wait, Macro,
like-
wait.
Yeah.
Did you say wait? People say that one more time. Just one more time slowly,
Yeah.
please. Just
there's no difference between a retail trader and somebody who went to college and trying to get a PhD. There's no difference between the time and effort that they're putting in to learn. Would you say so? Would you say so? Would you say so?
Wrap it up.
Would you say so? Though?
Yes,
That
there is a huge
they're
difference.
both putting in the time and
No.
effort. They're both
Dude,
putting
it's a
in the time
huge
and effort
difference.
to learn and
no,
to
it's
give out
not
the
the
knowledge.
same. Oh my God, Alan, the requirements for a PhD are significantly greater. There's no requirements for like a retail trader. You do realize that, right?
And get this.
For
Trading
learning,
is
like,
easier. Trading is easier
It's not
to
easy
get
for
down. It is. It's far easier, bro. Literally, trading is so fucking easy.
Alan,
Like,
Alan,
what do you think?
Alan.
What do you, bro? There's
Alan.
like literal people getting payouts. Like,
Alan,
yes,
Alan,
payout doesn't mean anything, dude. That's not what
payout is a money, bro. Literally, that's all it is money.
payout
It's
doesn't
not,
tell you
bro.
if it's worth your time. If it took you
Alan-
15 years to get a payout, is it worth it?
Holy 15 years, GG's, you're cooked, brother.
took you 8 months.
But like, you get my point. You realize it's more than just like a payout. But anyway, Alan,
Wait, Alan has an IQ of a carrot, bro. Shut the fuck up. But say that again,
that
bro.
might be
Sorry.
that might be generous. That might be generous.
Alan's a
Or
bit of a
even-
knuckle chewer, I can't lie.
All right, go on, guys. Go on. I'm sorry.
Oh, wait, hold for a young Blu-ray. Did you want to?
Bro,
how old are you?
wait, hold on. If I have an IQ of a carrot, then how am I making money, bro? Like,
Yeah,
this should
500
just be so simple to understand. How the fuck can
You
someone
don't-
like?
I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why. Okay, I can tell you why. Because you're just
Yeah.
spinning a slot. Okay, if you stop yelling and screaming, I can tell you why. Dude.
Yeah,
you never
yeah.
stop yelling and screaming. Oh my god, what are you so
Bro,
upset for?
I'm not
Because
upset,
anyone-
bro. Literally, like, how
Oh,
can
like,
someone
you
like
are.
me?
You're just.
How
dude,
can
dude,
someone
dude.
like me,
Oh my!
who's
I can
maybe
tell
not the
you if you could
smartest,
calm down. For
able
3
to make
seconds
money,
and
bro?
just-
How am I?
I can tell
I'm
you
not the
why. If you
smartest,
listen,
but how am I
I'll
able to
tell
make
you
money
why.
online? Like, dude,
I'll tell
literally,
you why if you
trading is so
listen for
easy to
3.
understand.
I can tell you why if you would listen for 3 seconds.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, because Anyone can spin a slot machine and hit a jackpot. That doesn't make you special. On top of that, you
But
made
can they do it
eight.
consistently though? Can
You
they?
haven't.
Because
You
gambling and trading
haven't.
is two different things. I hope you know that.
Not what you're doing.
Yeah,
Also,
gambling
like,
is based pure off luck. I hope you know that, brother. I hope you know
what you're
that.
doing is based off of luck too, dude. You made
No, it's
8,000.
not. No, it's not.
Alan,
Because
you
there is
made
days where I
Alan,
don't trade at all.
Alan. You made
Because I
eight
know when
thousand
not to
dollars.
trade.
Alan, you made $8,000 in 8 months, bro. You're not like, you're not a
But that's just as a
multimillionaire. Like,
side, though.
I
That's just
made a
as a
bag a
side,
month,
though.
cuz. I
Like
made
Yeah,
it work on my
that's
job.
just as a side, bro.
Alan,
Like
Alan, I work an
it's a
apprenticeship
side
and I
hustle
make more
that's
money than you.
making me money.
this is
Alan, I
stupid.
work an apprenticeship
This
and I
is
make more money than
That's not
you.
even the point. That's not the point. My point is, Alan, you haven't made some like serious money for you to be talking like this. You're acting like you made like a
Talking
three
like he's
hundred
Ray
thousand
Well,
Dalio.
dollars.
I know, but
Yeah.
but I literally
Like,
made money though. I made money, and I know
Ooh,
that
you
it
made
works.
money.
but
Ooh. You
It's
but
made
is it
money.
even
literally just a
worth your
side hustle,
time?
bro.
Like,
And
is it
it's
even
just
worth your?
I'm literally in the market for like, bro, like 20 minutes. That's it. 8,000
Okay,
in 8 months. Like an extra 1K is
that's not
really
too
helpful.
bad,
And the thing
but
is, I'm progressively getting better. And the
Oh,
thing is,
really?
I'm
can I
stacking
have
accounts now, bro. Like,
young
bro,
blue? Can
Jerry
you
GG, brother. Like,
young
holy.
blue? Young blue? Do you have anything to add? How,
So you said something about profitability. I want to know what is
how
your definition of
Holy.
profitability?
Yeah, I'll say it. You gotta let him talk. It's not you're not the only person here. I'm sorry if your parents didn't give you enough attention, Alan, but you can't sit up here and soak up all the attention. You're not the only person on earth. Insane. And he left. Whatever. Like literally, just what the hell is it with people and just anyway. How old are you, Young Blue?
20.
Yeah, I'll tell you what my definition of profit would be. Yeah, you have excess returns over the market. Like you have risk adjusted excess returns.
Okay, so if I am buying a prop firm for $65 and I'm making $580, that's 700. It's around 700 ROI. Is
Yeah.
that not profit? Is that not profitability?
Oh no, that would be. But what I'm trying to say is like the risk adjusted part. Like it probably will because you made a lot, but the number you really want to look at is the alpha. Like basically, you would take you have to look up like CAPM formula. There's different formulas for it. Just do the basic one. I don't know if you can find your beta. That might be a bit hard to find. But basically, you just take your returns and you subtract it between the beta weighted market returns with the risk adjusted returns also factored in there, and that'll give you your alpha. It's not a hard formula. Just look up CAPM formula,
Okay.
and that'll just tell you what it is. But yeah, I imagine you did actually make a profit if you put $65 and you got 585. That seems like it is. It's just like this. It's like saying like you borrow, like let's just say maybe this is a good example. Like you take your dollar, right? But then you borrow $64. You only put in a dollar, right? But you have $65 now to trade with,
hmm
and then you get that money. Like you get your $580 you made, whatever. Like you would see that's like that would give you a higher rate of return, but it would also be more risky, right? Because you
How?
borrowed
Yeah.
because you
Okay.
borrowed
Yeah.
$64. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. But like the main thing is just like the risk part, because you can make any amount of money, but you're gonna want to figure out your risk that you're taking on. It's like making 10% on S&P 500 versus making 10% on like a random crypto coin. One is way more risky.
Yeah, I mean, I could see what you're
Yeah,
saying, but I feel like prop firms are a lot less. I saw one of your streams and it said prop
yeah,
firms are a scam. I don't know if I necessarily
yeah.
agree with that, just because of
Mhm.
the ROI
Well, I'll tell
is
you why, but yeah, I get what you're
okay.
saying. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll tell you why. Because the main thing with a lot of the prop firms is that they can pretty much just remove and ban you for no reason if you're profitable. Plus, like they have a lot of rules that make it extremely hard to stay profitable. I need to look up the statistic, but I saw recently but they said like of 11% of all accounts get funded, and of that 11%, the average return is 4% in a year.
Yeah, I
So
think it's
that's
less
like
than that
yeah.
actually. I think it's like 1%
Mm,
get funded or something like that. I mean, I can agree with that, but I think
yeah.
there's a lot of
Mhm.
emotional gain that plays into it. People, I can
Yeah.
agree why you say trading is gambling in a sense, but I think
Yeah.
it's an educated gamble. I'm saying that as a trader. I've been trading for 2 years.
Yeah, I got
I've
you there.
probably made $300,000,
No,
and
that's good.
I think I disagree. Why do you say that courses are a scam?
Because no one has like a profitable strategy would ever sell it. Because you're giving up, millions of dollars for like $1,000 here and there. It's not worth it. It's like would you sell a money printer?
No.
Yeah, it's the same thing there. Because the strategy that works, basically what you're saying is do steps 1, 2, 3, and you make money. You do 1, 2, 3, you make money. Each, because the strategy that works will be you make money long term. So why would you ever give that up? Because if you give that up, everyone starts using it and then it kind of goes away, Like it stops working over time because everyone starts doing it and they stop. It stops working, and this is observed. This is called alpha decay.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
depends. It depends on what. There's some strategies that if it's short term, it gets gone in hours. Like it could be gone in hours when they find out about it. Some it might take a year plus, but you never really know.
Yeah, but I think the issue with alpha decay in this sense is the fact that 99% of these traders are trading on prop firms and their orders aren't being submitted to the live market. So alpha decay doesn't apply if you're trading on prop firms. Am I correct?
Kind of. The thing is, like, yes, it doesn't apply in the same way, but they will still sell your data. It's still based on like real market information. So they're just going to sell your data. And if you do have an alpha strategy, like they'll definitely sell it to like some hedge fund or something and they'll start using it. Plus, if you do have, say, a strategy that works on these prop firms, right? And these prop firms would basically just become free money, they'll eventually either going to have to ban you or they're going to go broke because you can't just, have one strategy that works. All the people who have losing strategies, they're going to go broke. They're going to use whatever doesn't work. All you're going to get left over with is only the people who can make money. Because, over time, if you're not making money, you go broke. The guys making money are going to make the prop firms go broke. So either the prop firms go broke or they ban everyone who's making money and they only try to get in new people who aren't making money because otherwise they can't sustain themselves. That's really kind of the main issue with these things. It's a $12 billion industry.
Yeah.
And, like, majority of that money is just from people failing at it. Like that's
well, I think that's the reasoning on why prop firms will never go broke, and that's the emotional edge that a prop firm has, is the fact that you reach an emotional tilt where when you lose a trade, you go into something called revenge trading, and I think that's the reason that prop firms will never go broke, and that allows the traders who do not emotionally trade to stay profitable throughout their journey. But I've been trading for 2 years, and I bought a course. I've only ever bought one course. My mentor, you can look him up on TikTok. His name's is he cool if I say his name on here or whatever? I don't want to like promote on your end.
Is he like it doesn't matter. Sure.
His name's Doc Trades, and then it's Po Boy as well. Doc's been trading for around 5 years, and he's a multimillionaire. And the thing is, they're very transparent with their losses and their wins. But I think that the part where it's not a scam is he's not promoting long-term profitability. He's promoting profitability. So he's saying when you join me, you will be profitable, which is the truth. Whether that's you're making money on your. You can go. Sorry, you can go.
I was gonna say, so basically selling free money.
Well, no, he's just saying like, if you're blowing accounts and you join me and you follow my trades, you will become profitable as long as you're following my trades. Well,
yeah, that would be free money. Yeah. Like basically just saying like, give me money and I'll give you free money. Like doesn't that seem kind of weird?
Not really, because when I used to be a personal trainer, and when I learned how to like train and how to bodybuild and stuff, I started to sell my craft because I know how to do it. So why not teach other people how to do it?
Because that's not the same thing. Because it's like a lottery ticket, right? He has a lottery ticket. All he has to do is cash it in. Why wouldn't he just cash it in himself? Why is he selling it?
Oh, he's a Christian man. I mean, in my religion, you spread the youth. I teach my friends how to trade, but if somebody random comes to me and asks me to teach them how to trade, I've worked for 3 years. I'm not just gonna give you that. I'm not just gonna like give you that. There's no reason for me just to give you that when I can profit off of it. It's how I see it, at least.
You would just do it yourself. You would just profit. You never bother selling it. Like,
yeah, but that's
Wall Street does this.
That's a side income. Why can't so if I'm making 10,000 a month trading, right, and I can make a Discord and charge $30 a person, and I get 1,000 members there. That's a side income that I can build. That's multiple sources of income. I have a steady flow of income on the side of my trading. So if I decide to stop trading, I can still teach people how to trade, and I can have a side source of income. It's just steady cash flow that's always coming in.
No, but but you do realize like if you had a strategy that actually worked, it would be worth way more than any other sort of like side income. You would be risking your main income for pennies on the dollar. You'd be risking millions of dollars for like at most a couple $100,000.
Yeah,
it just wouldn't be worth it. Like, would you give up $10 million for 2 million? Like, you know?
No, yeah, no, I wouldn't. I get what you're saying, but it's more of the fact that some people aren't looking for $10 million. You know, some people are fine with that piece of the pie, and they don't want to work. What happens when you don't want to work anymore? You need a cash flow asset, and that could be something like that. You teach people, you have a group of people, you teach them, and you build that asset that you're gaining money.
Sorry, Young Blue, but couldn't you agree? Say they didn't want to work again, right? And they had two options. They could either start a course and make 30K a month, or they could go start their own hedge fund, work on that for 5 years, make $100 million, and then retire for the rest of their life.
Right.
Which one are you choosing? Do you know
what I mean? What if they don't want to spend the 5 years making the hedge fund and they already have a steady flow? I mean, 30K a month. I mean, my dad's not making 30K a month.
No, but like, if they hold up, they would put the work in to make 30K a month, but they wouldn't want to put the work in to just have a hedge fund and make like $30 million a month. Like, you know.
Yeah, but you're comparing 5 years to one TikTok blowing up and making a Discord and getting 1,000 members.
But like, you do realize like the difference in earnings is like so much bigger.
No, I agree with that, but
it doesn't matter at that point. Do you know what I mean? If you're making $50 million a year, if someone said I could make $50 million a year and I work five more years, I'd do that. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah, like who wouldn't do that? Yeah.
I mean, it depends on your situation. I feel like if you have children and stuff and you don't want to put in those extra 5 years, I'd rather spend 5 years with my child than 5 years on a hedge fund. If I have 30K of cash flow asset coming in, I would rather spend time with.
But that hedge fund can be an asset. Like you don't even have to go so far as making it a hedge fund. You just have your strategy, just automate it. You can literally just automate your strategy at that point. Just make it into a black box, monitor it here and there. Like, don't borrow money. Sure, don't make it into a hedge fund. Just have it be your own money, but it would still be like cash positive. It would still be like making year after year a bunch of money off that, just on its own, just running on its own.
Yeah, I mean, I'd still feel like you'd have to be putting time and effort into it. I mean, there's some people that are multimillionaires but will work until they die just because of they have to be in their businesses in a sense, and they get addicted to the business, I feel like. And me personally, I would prefer to stay away from that and just build some sort of asset.
A bad thing though, is it? If you like your job, isn't that the whole point of life, is to find something you love to do?
Yeah.
Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah, no, yeah, I 100% agree. But that's exactly what I'm saying. What if he doesn't? And what if he doesn't want to make a hedge fund? What if he enjoys teaching people how to trade and he can make money off teaching people how to trade? Why wouldn't he go that route?
Again, their strategy wouldn't work if you make it public.
Then why has my strategy worked for the last 2 years?
What is your strategy?
It's a short term. Yeah. Have you calculated your alpha?
No, I never have actually. I trade reversals.
So you don't know.
I trade reversals and continuations.
Okay, and what asset do you trade that on?
I trade NQ and New York session. I trade gold and Asia session.
Okay, so can you tell me real quick here? You trade the Nasdaq, right? So
yes, sir.
This is a question I ask traders a lot to see where they're at. Structurally, where is the Nasdaq, or where has the Nasdaq been structurally?
It's been rough after the war. It was in this. We're kind of stuck in this area. We're stuck in. If you look at the daily time frame, you're stuck between two lines. It looks like a supply and demand line. I don't personally trade supply and demand.
That's not structure.
Actually, wait. No, but before any further, I was going to say also, Blue. You don't know if your strategy works or not, like, because you haven't calculated your alpha. You could be basically underperforming the market. That's part of it too.
Okay, what do you mean by underperforming the market? Like, I'm not making as much money as I could be making, is what you're saying?
Yeah, like risk adjusted, you would be making more money risk adjusted just buying and holding the S&P 500. You'd be taking on less risk and probably getting higher returns. Like that's something you have to calculate. So when you say, why hasn't my strategy stopped working? You don't know that because you haven't calculated that. Also, you can get like positive variance short term. Like, is it a discretionary strategy?
I'd say so.
Yeah, that's probably part of it. Why? Because discretionary strategies aren't like real in a sense that you can replicate it. If you can't really replicate it, it's not really a strategy. You just kind of go off of like
quantifiable. Yeah, literally.
Yeah, you're just kind of like making trades based on whatever you're looking at without having it be on like concrete information. Like, could you automate your strategy?
Possibly, yeah. Because so let's say I can give you a perfect setup right now. I can write out a setup in your head. So let's say we have New York AM open on the Nasdaq. It makes a high, it makes a low, and let's say I'm trading Asia Nasdaq at nighttime. I would want to see Asia come down and sweep that low or high, and then I would want to see an inverse off of that. I want to see a lower time frame gap be inversed, and then I would enter the trade right there, and I would be trading like I could scalp on a 1-to-1, and then I'd go break even, and my trade's risk free at that point. Then I'll target maybe.
How do you know? Wait, did you say risk free?
Yeah.
How do you know that if it's risk free? What metric would you use to?
So it's not risk free to begin with. The trade I could lose $200-$300, but once it hits a certain point, I'll trim a contract. Let's say I'm in 10 contracts. I'll trade 5 contracts off at a certain liquidity grab in my strategy. So equal lows, equal highs, data low, data high, or if somebody comes on to speak, like Trump speaking or something like that, I'll take contracts off and then I will trim my stop loss. I'll trim some contracts, like let's say 5 contracts in this scenario, and I'll put my stop loss at break even. So now I've secured profit, and now I cannot.
Stop loss. Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
now I cannot lose money on the trade, and I'm up on the trade.
Right, because when you say risk-free, that means like very different terms. Because when you say like a risk-free thing, you mean like there is 0 chance of you losing money. But
well, I worded that wrong. I meant the trade becomes risk-free at that point. That's my fault.
I would disagree with the risk-free. I would say you have confirmed. I would say you have profits that you can't lose, but not risk-free because there's still risk there. Well, it's just you have limited your risk. Your risk is capped, basically.
Yeah, well, I mean,
risk-free.
I can't lose money at that point. I've already secured my profits and my stop losses at break even. So I'm up $300 and my stop loss is break. Would that not be risk-free though in that scenario? What am I risking at that point?
No, I get what you're saying, but when you say risk-free, it means that even before that, even with no stop loss, like that trade cannot lose. Like you have a defined money that.
That was my fault for wording that. I meant the trade. Yeah.
I get it. Like after that, you're not risking losing your like money at like a certain point. Because at the point, like you would still technically be risking whatever's above your stop loss at that point.
100%. Anyway, I've secured profit. Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Yeah, it just the main thing with like a lot of these discretionary strategies is you're really just kind of gambling. Like you don't really have, like you're not basing it off anything like substantial. Like there's nothing there of like material value that you're basing trades off of, kind of just hoping it works out. Maybe it does work out, but that's kind of the thing. Like you could be catching market drift, positive variance, all that stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I look at news and stuff as well. I'm not just trading willy-nilly. You know, I'm looking at red folders, yellow folders. I'm looking when Trump's going to speak. I'm looking when Powell's going to speak. Like, I'm not just trading willy-nilly. And my goal eventually is to get into what you were saying. I'm not necessarily going to be trading prop firms. I would like to eventually swing trade, you know. But I started at 18. And as an 18-year-old, I didn't have the equity. So I think if you don't have the equity and you would like to get into stocks, I think prop firm is a good step in the door just because the ROI and that's my personal sense on it though.
I mean, I just think the main issue is with the stuff is like you're talking about putting yourself at a disadvantage. Because here's the thing, it's cheaper, but the odds are worse. It's just cheaper.
Yeah.
It's like this. Like you put $1,000 bet on a 50-50 coin versus you put like a $100 bet on something, but it's like a 1 in 1,000. You see like one would be a worse bet, but one's cheaper, right?
Yeah, but in some scenarios, people like when I first started, I had some family stuff, and I wasn't able to work outside of just door dashing because I was taking care of my dad during the day.
Yeah.
So I was only able to make that certain amount of money, and I wasn't able to blow a lot of it. So $65 was like something I was able to put aside. And then
I got you there.
Yeah.
I see what you're saying. I'm just trying to say like, yeah, it's better because it's cheaper, but your risk is worse. You get what I'm saying? I'm just trying to point that out.
Yeah, I could see how their risk is worse, but the ROI is better in that scenario.
No, actually, the ROI would be like the ROI would be worse. It's just the entry fee is smaller. Like it's just easier to get started, but you have worse odds and returns. Like you have much better returns the live account. It's just with these prop firms, it's easier in the terms of like it's lower capital requirements, but your returns are way worse as opposed to live.
Yeah, but the thing about a live account is you're having to put in a lot more initial equity to get those live returns. Like if I'm putting in $65,
that's what I'm pointing out.
Yeah.
But the difference is, you would put more into a live account, but you would have much higher expected returns.
Yeah, but if I'm putting $65 in a prop firm account and I'm taking out $50K on that account, that's insane ROI. That's ROI you're not getting on a live. I mean, you could get that
account is not like, but that account's not $50K. that account would be like 2K because that's the max drawdown. So it acts as a 2K account. It's not really 50K because if you lose more than 2K, your account's gone.
Yeah, you go to 48.
Yeah, that's why it's considered like a 2K
But
account.
once you hit funded, I don't know if you've ever personally been a funded trader, but once
I'm
you
gonna
hit
do it eventually, but I'll do it in the future. Once I get 10,000 followers, you know what, guys? If I get 10,000 followers, I will do a funded challenge.
Look,
and
so
get a payout.
so once you get funded, and you hit 1,000 or you hit a buffer, your account goes to 50,100, and that drawdown caps at 50,100. So if I make $10,000 after that, there's no drawdown after. There's no $2,000 drawdown. It's called a buffer. So then all I have to do is hit my profit target for the week, and then I can just keep taking max payouts. Like I can make $100 a day, but I could take a $5,000 payout on that account because I have such a buffer.
Here's what you're confused on though. So like ROI is not how you should evaluate whether you should do it or not. It's the expected value of it. And so it's like which are you familiar with that? Because I can explain it pretty simply if you're not.
No, yeah, you can go for it.
So like it's like having like if I like had 2 treasure chests, one has nothing in it. We'll say one has $1,000 in it, and I sell each of them. Well, yeah. Wait, is this the best way to explain it? No, actually, sorry. Both of them have $1,000 in it. What is the best way to explain this?
One has like more money inside of it for like I guess I use the 50-50.
Well,
example,
no, I guess a better way to explain it is like one has $1,000 in it, one has $500 in it. But wait, Tiki, why am I fucking this up? This is not how I should explain it.
I could.
Yeah, can you go?
Basically, I could just do it. Basically, you have a coin flip 50-50, but it costs you $1,000. 50-50 chance to make 2K. Your expected value is going to be 0. As opposed to the other one, let's just say it's $100, so it's a lot cheaper than 1K, but the chances of you hitting it, it's 1 in 1,000. So it's expected value of like, so it's a negative expected value, kind of. It's like that. Or I guess there's 2 treasure chests.
The formula is way easier. If you just like memorize the formula for it, it's a lot easier.
I guess I can put it this way. There's 2 treasure chests. One is $100, the other one's $1,000. The $100 chest has a 1 in 1,000 chance of having $200. Just, the other one has a 1 in 10 chance of having $1,000. You would see like how the $1,000 one would be better, just as the kind of the basic example.
Yeah, I don't know why I'm fucking this up. Marlos is right in the comments. I'm fucking.
Yeah, it's hard to articulate like. It's hard to articulate. It's easier to like visualize it, but it's hard to articulate it.
So you think that I feel like so you're saying prop firms are just my trades are luck.
For the most part, yes, because you haven't calculated if you're luck or not luck. If you don't know your alpha, you don't know your risk-adjusted returns, it is pretty much just a game of luck or getting lucky. Yeah. Or market drift, meaning like you're underperforming the market, but then part of the market going up is also causing your trades to go up.
Well, let me tie this together, though. It was pertaining to the prop firm. So it's like your probability of making a certain amount of money or the probability of you not making any money and combining those 2 products, which would be like a multiple of 2 different numbers plus a multiple of 2 different numbers. That's what makes you decide whether you should do it or not the ROI. ROI is like a performance metric rather than evaluating whether you should like make the investment or not.
That's true.
Yeah,
that's very true.
So going back to the luck thing, what I was understanding of luck was after you do, I think there's a certain number for it. I think it's like 100 something times. If you do something positively 100 something times, that's when luck stops playing a role in it. Luck drops out of the play in that, because what are the odds of me having an 85% win rate for 2 years?
It could be, depends on what you do. I mean,
it
it's low, don't get me wrong. I mean, let me put it this way. The odds are low, but it's not like unheard of. Like, do you know what like the bell curve is in terms of like distribution?
I've heard of it. I don't know. No, sir.
Basically, what the bell curve dictates is like there are, take for example like anything. If they have a normal curve to them, you're gonna have like a set of values. It's gonna be like say 1 to 100, and let's divide each of these values up by 20 each, right? So it's 5 different levels. you would expect that if it's a normal distribution, most values are going to line up between, say, from the mean, 1 to 2 standard deviations, meaning like plus or minus 40 in either direction is going to be where most people fall into it. And that's going to be like most traders who don't have a strategy. They're going to like last, say, less than like 2 years. But then you could go like, say, 3 standard deviations out, which is less likely, but those could be some portion of people. And you're kind of there where you don't necessarily have a strategy, but you're also still within kind of the normal distribution of people who can have positive results without a positive strategy.
Okay, and then where would my mentor be with our strategy at 5 years of trading with an 85% win rate?
Well, probably had. I mean, you would have to look at again their alpha. Again, you can't really.
So
I mean,
like Young Blue, what are your returns annually in percentage gains?
So I've been trading for 2 years, and I've made in the last 2 years. After this month, I should hit my 300,000 mark.
No, but
That's
what's
nice.
your percentage returns? That's what I'm trying to ask.
Oh, like how much have I put in? How much have I gotten out?
Yeah, percentage return wise, yeah. Like $100 on 100 would be 100% return.
I'd have to. I couldn't give you the exact number. You can do the math if you'd like. I've probably spent. I'd say in the beginning I lost about $200, but in total I've probably spent around $3,000 in the last 2 years.
So you're 1,000 extra money in 2 years?
Probably, yeah. I'd say I trade on 20 accounts right now.
Yeah, but that's all the money that you spent. That's including. So yeah, you would have almost 1,000 extra money. That would make you the greatest investor in all of human history.
Wait, also quickly, just for the audience, just real quick, because like I'm being a little special about this, but for this is like I think it's important for people to understand for expected value. What it's akin to is like you have a treasure chest that may have $100 or nothing, and you have another treasure chest that has $1,000 or nothing, and the probability of the first treasure chest having $100, we'll say, is 50-50, and the probability of the $1,000 treasure chest having $1,000 is like 1 in 10,000. I believe that comes out to the same expected value of $50. So like it doesn't really matter which treasure chest you actually choose at that point, which is a bit like counterintuitive because like most people are like, oh, this might have $1,000. But again, it's all about a probability assigned to that specific trade, investment, treasure chest,
Also,
whatever it may be.
like golf. I'm going off the amount that he said he put in versus what he got out. It would only make him the best trader if he's also trading the same amount of money. But I mean, the fact is, if you put in $3K and you get $300,000 out, like that would make you one of the greatest investors in all of human history.
I mean, there's definitely there's definitely other people that have done it. There's things about prop firms that they're so easily scalable. Like the fact that I could have like this week was a pretty bad week for me, but I made $580 like across 10 accounts.
So $5,000 on a bad week?
Yeah, that's a bad week. That's a low week, and the only reason I took that payout is because that's a medical stuff with my father, and I needed the extra money. So that's the
Got you there.
normally I would take.
Why wouldn't they ban you at this point? Honestly, it seems like.
So the thing about prop firms is they'll normally move you to live after 4 payouts. Or after 5 payouts. I normally just blow my account after the 4th payout. I have gotten banned from prop firms before. I'm banned from Tradeify. I'm banned from Alpha Futures, but I still trade Lucid. Lucid's a great prop firm. I've been trading them recently. They're new. I've been trading Lucid Trading and Take Profit. Those are 2 prop firms I'm on. I have been banned from prop firms before, which makes sense. I mean, rightfully so. They're banning me. You know what I mean? I'm not saying like they're wrong for banning me. I'm taking their money and then blowing my account before they can move me to live. So it makes sense.
How are you
So your
growing
average,
those
your annualized return would be like 2,500 or something. I think if I'm doing the math correctly in my head. Basically, 1,000x over 2 years, 500. 500%? No, 5,000. 5,000% on your money in 1 year, and then you would have to double that afterwards. Yeah, to get to 300,000 almost in 2 years. Will you trade live? Yeah, if I hit 10K, when I hit 10K on this account, I'll trade live with the prop firm. I'll do like a pterodactyl strategy, and I'll show you guys how easy this stuff is. I'll make the pterodactyl course.
Big up.
You know what? I'll sell a course, right? And it's just gonna be the scam course. It's literally just gonna be the scam course.
How to love 101. We need that.
Yeah. And then everyone's gonna come, but you sell a course, are you a scammer? I'll just be like, yeah, I am. Honestly, I think, wait, that'd actually be the best way to combat it. Just make your own course, show how easy it is, and then just be a scammer. Like, it's so simple.
Okay, man, if it works, it works, you know? Go for it.
Young Blue, use like leverage in your trades.
Do I use leverage in my trades? What do you mean by that? Like my RR, my risk to reward, or what do you mean?
No, your leverage ratio.
Like
Yeah, what do you mean by that? Like my risk to like my 1 to 3, 1 to 4.
For example, like a 10-to-1 leverage,
margin.
5-to-1
You're using
leverage.
debt to trade.
Yeah, I'm trading. Yeah, that's cool. I just call that RR, risk to reward. I trade. Normally, I'm trading like it depends. I'll go to 1-to-1, and then I'll scalp at a 1-to-1, and I'll go BE. So if I hit a 1-to-1, I usually use liquidity grabs for that. So if
he's asking if what you were trading, if you're using just pure equity to buy and sell that thing, or you were using margin or otherwise other called debt.
Chinese hog delusion.
I don't get what you're meaning by that.
In order to buy and sell what you're trading, are you using just your money, or are you using margin to do so, like debt?
Yeah. I'm using whatever. I don't trade live.
It doesn't
market.
have margin. It's a prop.
Yeah, it's a prop margin.
You can have leverage on prop firms. On like swing accounts, you can have up to 30 to 1.
I don't think it knows what it is.
Yeah, but it's through when I'm trading through, none of my orders get submitted to the live market.
What?
That's not what's being asked, but it's okay. Maybe.
You're not saying that, bro. I'm trying to ask. Do you, for example, say I was using a prop account, right, and I have $1,000, right, and I use a 5-to-1 leverage ratio for that trade.
Yeah.
I'm now putting on about a $5,000 trade, right? So I've elevated now my returns by 5x, for example. I'm asking, do you use that within your trades? Because then to go from
drop a follow if you enjoyed, guys. More of this.
Yeah, I would say I'd use that in my trades. Yes.
So
I'm surprised I didn't get any course sellers this time. I need to find out a better prompt to put it. Maybe I should just put it: if you're selling a course, you're not profitable.
Where's leverage on prop?
Hold on. ICT equals I can't trade. You're right. Course selling also equals I can't trade. Mentorships equal I can't trade.
ICT's about. We don't like ICT. Evil man.
Gotta put TGR in the caption? Maybe. It will go up more. Yeah. Honestly, you know what, guys? Should I reset the live and change that? Should I do that? What do you guys think? That one's gonna get. I'll get like 500.
I don't think that's a bad idea.
Honestly, I should just do it. I'll do it like ICT equals I can't trade. If they sell a course, they're not profitable. I'll just make this a bit longer and I'll just add that to, honestly. Yeah, I should do that. Yeah, I'll you know what, guys, drop a follow. I'm gonna reset the live. I'll be back in maybe like an hour or so, maybe half hour. I want to charge my phone a little bit. But I'm gonna test the waters. I'm gonna because the thing is, this prompt, it seems baity, but it's really not. It's true. But should I make it a bit more? Should I add that that the icing on top? Should I do it? What do you guys think?
Really grab them.
Make it, ICT equals I can't trade. TGR is a fraud. Course seller equals unprofitable. Yeah. Dude, I should do it. I should do it, honestly. Yeah. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. Yeah. You know what? Drop a follow if you enjoyed, guys. I'm gonna end this live stream in a second, and then we're gonna reset it with the new prompt. Say, yeah, I will trade live, Vexter. I will trade live, but I want to make sure I get enough followers first, and I'll do my pterodactyl strategy, and I'll show you guys how easy it is to make a bag with the pterodactyl strategy.
Pterodactyl strategy? What?
Yeah, the pterodactyl wing. You gotta look for a pterodactyl wing. Basically, if you see it follows like the wing pattern, then it has to hit the, it has to hit like the drop off. When it hits the drop off, it's like a pterodactyl flapping its wings. It goes up and then down. It goes up and then down. It's like flapping its wings. Like I'm gonna do the dino pattern trading
there are other.
strategy.
I mean, there are other. You got plenty of other
Yeah.
Jurassic Park features that
You got the
make a
Stegosaurus.
bag.
You got the Stegosaurus. You got Velociraptors, T-Rex. All that stuff is good. You just have to like have a keen eye for it. It's all discretionary, but I make like a 1 to 500 RR like 19% of the time, so I think it's pretty good.
Well, no, but we're gonna make it. This is gonna be completely algorithmic once we launch it.
Oh,
There's also
yeah,
gonna be
I-
merch too.
At least 5 billion in AUM, boys, with these the
5
Dodo
billion?
B conversion
Honestly, I
strategy.
think
bot.
merch is a great idea. Honestly, I would love for there to be like merch, and I'll just be
Well,
like, I
and the
want to
trading
sell.
cards and the trading cards.
Yeah, I want to sell like a T-shirt like the asteroid didn't wipe out the dinosaurs. It was a mindset. Trade harder. That'd be great. Yeah, honestly,
Probably sell
using
that.
using the pissing Trump pattern. That's a goated pattern.
All right. Well,
Yeah.
the audience expects a banger prompt when you get back.
Yep, I'm ending it now. Hopefully, yeah, it will be banger, guys. Guys, get ready. It will be a prompt that I have to like put on solemnly. But anyway, I'm gonna end it now and I'll be back.